Vistaprint, your partner in an ever-changing world.
Sell products on Facebook and Instagram when you start your online store with Shopify.
Do we have? Hey, it must be a Friday.
It must be a
Friday. Because the mics are working off the bat.
The mics worked without any IT things. Sean is back on the show again. It is Friday, September 24th. Fellas.
Good morning, fellas.
Good
Love
morning.
seeing the morning fellas in the chat. Doesn't that just make your day?
Oh, Todd, Stephanie, Jason, Gambit.
Oh.
Good morning to you guys. Welcome to Fellas Friday. We are here. We are ready.
You got that warm feeling in your stomach?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those days?
It's going to be one of those days.
It's going to be the best show ever.
We are coming off of a fourth straight day of profit in VIP. A fourth straight day of just money-making bets on this show. Now, I understand that yesterday wasn't as good as Wednesday. I get it. We were going for, a perfect sweep like Wednesday, and we didn't get that. But, hey, still profited 3-4 units. That beautiful Mercury win at the end of last night was and the man bun is here.
It's one of those days.
It's
I'm telling you,
Friday,
everything's just coming together. It's one of those days. When you have a day like we had on Wednesday and Tuesday, you're not supposed to profit on Thursday.
No, you're definitely not.
We made it out of there.
We did,
if that's the downside. If that's the down day, we take those.
Trust me. Sean was watching me put VIP picks together, and I was like, I kept looking over him. I'm like, we might get crunched today. We've had a lot of good days in a row. We might get crunched today.
It's scary when you have a hot streak because the books don't like that. Just vibey. Just vibey.
Oh, vibey on this.
Hey, if anyone ever wants to listen to our in-between music, it's called Cyber Dream Chill Wave Synthwave Mix, and there's a picture of RoboCop Bart Simpson just chilling.
It is actually electric.
And it's electric. I really like sets the vibe.
It's like 2 hours long. You just get a pick from a bunch of different little.
That's great.
Tunes.
It's absolutely great.
Sean, I'm having a bad hair day today. It's just not working. It's not cooperating. I don't know why.
Dude, let me see. I was seeing the camera.
After it goes.
In there.
See, it just doesn't have the volume that it normally has. I think during a break I'm gonna have to, slick it back one more time. I'm gonna go full on NBA referee today, and just slick it back as hard as I can. Also, why do NBA referees always have like the most slicked back, tightest hair in the entire world?
That's a good.
Or they're just completely bald with the shiniest head of all time.
That's true. I think they just wax them. Whatever they got on top, they just give them a good wax.
Score first and win?
Score first and lose.
Oh, score first and lose. Pittsburgh Pirates score first and lose. Sean hit it. The only one he said yesterday, that's the only one he said for score first and lose, worked with Pittsburgh.
Plus 230.
Plus 230.
Beautiful.
Let's go, Sean.
Beautiful.
God, I love when you do that.
We love those.
I love when you do that.
Me too.
Also, the same game parlay for Thursday Night Football did hit. Panthers
Slap.
-3.5, under 50.5. That was just too easy.
That was exactly what it could have.
C-Mac done ruined a lot of things last night. I'm kind of waiting for Barstool to give me my, Caesars had a super boost on C-Mac to score like 2 touchdowns or whatever, or have some big game. They refunded everyone who had bet on the super boost. And Barstool normally does things like that. So I'm kind of waiting for like, hey, any bet that had C-Mac in it will refund you.
Honestly,
I only bet like $1 and $5 on all those huge parlays, same game parlays, and had C-Mac in all of them. But hey, whatever,
Dude, I love in sports books or like fair and stuff. But hey, even for an injury, that's like beyond fair.
Yeah.
That's like super. Hey, maybe they're not all evil stooges.
Yeah.
Most of them are.
I just got a text from a fantasy football league member asking for a trade. And now for the next 2 hours, all I'm going to be thinking about is what I should trade him. Because that's the big league.
That's the big one.
That's the one that really matters.
Fellas League, Harmonica Rat is 2-0.
So is Minnesota boy. We are top of the league in the Fellas League. Oof, it feels good.
I didn't get a chance to do my victory harmonica rat. I was in
oh yeah, true.
At jury. So
didn't you have a little comeback in that one too? I think
yes,
are we a little lopsided here? I think we're good now.
We're okay.
I think I shifted us over.
Yeah. Team Potts had a big lead on me, but guess what? TJ Hawkinson had a bigger game. So
oh, true. TJ, hey, what a great tight end this year.
Yeah, truly coming out.
I was
Jared
hoping
Goff likes him a lot.
I was hoping Tyler Higbee would be that guy, but
see, I was hoping for that last year.
Were you?
Yeah, and he did not impress me. That's why I went, because him and Hawkinson were going very similar. That's why I went Hawkinson in a couple of leagues there.
All right, fellas. let's get into the news today. If you for some reason weren't watching the WNBA playoffs last night, first of all, you're a stooge. Second of all, you missed electricity. Absolutely great. The first playoff game, 8 o'clock, Dallas Wings, Chicago Sky. Not the greatest game ever. Chicago Sky pretty much had that in the bag the whole game. But, happens. But that second game, Sabrina Ionescu and company taking on the Phoenix Mercury. Diana Taurasi did sit last night, so it was just defensive all-star Brittany Griner versus everyone. This game, fellas, New York Liberty at Phoenix Mercury was probably one of the best WNBA games I have ever personally watched. What a freaking game. If you missed it, there was 13 lead changes.
Wow.
10 times it was tied. And it came down to a last-second free throw to win the game. One, know the name, learn the name, Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
This woman hit the most ridiculous amount of threes in the most clutch situations I've ever seen. She went 6 of 7 from three-point. She was stroking them. Unbelievable. Every single time. I think she hit 4 threes in a row at one point, all in consecutive. Give her the ball, let her stroke it. There was one play where she hits a 3. There's an off-ball foul. So the 3 doesn't count. They're complaining about it. They're arguing about it. They end up taking the 3 off. Sophie hit the 3. They end up taking the 3 off. They inbound. They run the play. So whatever. They're pissed about it. They inbound the ball from the foul.
Yeah.
Do a couple passes. Sophie takes another 3, gets fouled, drains it, and one. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. You can see everyone on the cart just, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Everyone in the stands, you could see them all saying it. It was unbelievable.
That's electric, dude.
The game comes down to, also, Rashonda Gray for the New York Liberty has hit 2 threes all year long. She averages 6 points a game. She has 10 points alone in the fourth quarter, 8 points alone. Goes down the court. She has hit 2 threes all season, pulls up, and absolutely just wets one. Third 3 of the entire season. Rashonda Gray strokes it. Oh, my God. And then with only, I think, 2 seconds left in the game, I forget who hit the 3. Who hit it? Oh, I'm gonna miss that. Anyways, New York Liberty with about 2.7 seconds left come down the court. Mercury aren't far enough. Diana Taurasi on the sideline is pissed because she's like, get up on them. All they have to do is hit a 3. Strokes a 3, ties the game. They call a timeout. Mercury have a great, just a great drawn-up play, honestly. Inbounds to Brittany Griner, and I forget who had who. I'm forgetting everything now. Anyways, Brittany Griner throws it underneath the hoop. Goes up for a layup, gets fouled. So there's like 0.4 seconds left on the clock. All she has to do is make one free throw. Misses the first free throw. And let me tell you, this missed free throw, I think, sat in the rim for a solid 5 seconds. The ball literally went around the hoop 3 full times and then came out. And then she hits the second one. Liberty call a timeout, try and do an inbounds play to Sabrina Ionescu to hit a 3. Falls short. Mercury move on, but what a game by the New York Liberty.
Wow.
Very young team, should be very good next year. What a game, and what a kickoff to the WNBA playoffs.
I'll say. We
got WNBA playoffs again on Sunday, but boy, was that electric. Electric.
It's, for us going for our first real WNBA playoffs we're looking at. Yeah. I think this is exactly what we were hoping for. In terms of the electricity.
We did miss the Dallas first quarter money line last night. It seemed like the Sky were just prepped and ready. They looked very good. They just kind of blew out the Dallas Wings from the get-go. But hey, that second game, Liberty cover, Mercury end up winning. We did call it. I did not now. I'm not going to say I predicted that because I didn't think that game was going to be that close. But we did hit our parlay last night with Panthers, Mercury, and Dodgers. That was beautiful.
That's lovely.
Unit and a half at plus money for those 3 to win.
I gotta flex my sticky note.
You do have to flex.
I gotta flex it because
it was damn good.
I did have the Sky -3 on here. on the topic of
Oh,
WNBA.
beautiful.
Had Sky
Well
-3, nice hit. Only misses were my Eugenio Suarez because the Reds just could not get going.
He hit, the home run.
Homer.
I was gonna say because he got a hit.
Yeah, he got
but
a
Josh
hit. I needed the
Donaldson screwed our
homer.
hit parlay.
And then Houston -1.5. But that's how it was. They were either gonna win and cover or lose. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
And everything else hit, including the Matt Olson home run at +300.
Did he hit one yesterday?
Dinger world. Welcome to Walmart.
Also, you know how Stephanie was
Yeah.
like at the end of the show was like Eloy Jimenez. Remember, she's like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Eloy Jimenez.
Smacked one.
Like second fucking inning, the dude
the
comes
sky.
up and just cranks one out of
Went
the
into
park,
the
and she's
angels
like,
in heaven.
and of course Stephanie, being who Stephanie is, like, ha, Eloy, ha ha ha, and I'm like, who is this woman? Like. She does this every single, and I even called it on the
home
show
run
yesterday. I
props.
was like, I'm taking
I know,
Eloy.
you said-
I'm
you
taking
said
it.
it,
I was
you
like,
said-
when she does shit like that, when she just throws one in there randomly, like, we have to take it. She does it again. She's like, oh, by the way, Eloy, haha. Just like nonchalantly, even though it hits, like, of course. She probably made 6 people money yesterday just because she's like, oh, by the way. And she's so nonchalant about it. Like, I'm sitting here diving through research, and I'm like, okay, maybe him, maybe him. She just, like, drops it in there. Like, oh, yep. Second inning, boof, gone.
Boof bonger.
Banger, Donzo.
Boof.
Yard,
See ya.
slanger.
Into the Walmart parking lot. Hit a camper van. Some sleeping individuals.
Hit that guy in the canoe waiting for a ball to go out of the park.
You know, my over-under hot streak, just you can't stop me. The
can't
Texas
stop
Baltimore, told you, easy under.
How do you do that? How do
Seattle,
you look at
Oakland, easy over.
Easy over. Easy over. I love that. That one was in VIP. I don't understand how you can look at a game with 2 guys that have 9 ERAs and over a 1.6 whip, and you literally just go look at it and you go, this is going to be an under. Like, what?
Dude, I'm telling you.
How do you do that?
The only thing worse than
do
a
that in
bad
the
pitcher is a
weirdest
bad
games.
bat.
You do that in the weirdest games, like the game. And hey, I'm glad you did because it pulled me off the over in that game, and I wasn't gonna touch it anyways because that game just was shit to start with. But I don't understand how you can do that. Like, those are 2 of the worst pitchers in the league, and you're just like, it's the under. What did it end? 3-0.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Hey, man, you could be a real bad pitcher, but you can't knock that ball into play. Can't do much.
Oh, and of course, Stephanie did call the Athletics to the tee. She's like, she once again calls that the Athletics are going to go up, live bet the Mariners. And I'm pretty sure she put in her +3.5 for the Mariners, and Mitch Haniger was like, ha, watch this. Skadoosh, and just launched one into outer space. Also, Mitch Haniger, that was a big one on our list yesterday. Let's go, Mitch Haniger. So is Corey Dickerson. Also went off yesterday.
Yeah, this little
That's
guy-
freaking gold.
Still got us 5-2 with a +300 and a +230 on there. So that's a.
Hey, don't sleep on the Sean Post-it notes
That's
out there.
Hey, these sticky are back.
The stickies are back. All right, let's get into some more.
We got some news.
Yeah, we got some more news.
Let's get right.
I'll get into mine,
Into
and then
the
I'll let you
news.
take over on yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fellas, NHL season is around the corner,
Let's
and
go.
I don't care if people don't like the NHL because guess what? It's one of the best sports out there. It's one of the most electric sports to watch
It
live.
sure
and
is
it's
fun
also
to
one of
bet
the
on.
best ones to bet on by far.
Yeah.
You got a -1.5 on your team, and they're up 3-2, and you need an empty net goal, and you got a minute to score an empty net goal. Boy, that minute is absolutely riveting. But anyways, NHL news. Jack Eichel has been stripped of his captaincy at age 24 for the Buffalo Sabres due to a failed physical.
Yeah. Keep
there-
in mind, this guy's been a young prodigy
he's
star for a
so
otherwise
good.
struggling
he's the-
team for a few years now.
He's the one bright spot on the Buffalo Sabres right now. And hey, the Buffalo Sabres get a lot of shit for being a bad team, and
Yeah.
they're not that bad of a team. They just play in the hardest division. They play against, I mean, it is just, the Metropolitan is just
It's tough.
It is a tough
tough.
division. But anyways, Jack Eichel stripped of his captaincy at age 24 after a failed physical for the Buffalo Sabres. There's been talks. We've been in talks now for a while. If Jack Eichel wanted to be traded, he wants to go to a contending team. He doesn't want to play for the Buffalo Sabres anymore. But there's more going on with this. He has requested trade out of Buffalo, obviously, and he's been placed on the injury reserve to start the 21-22 season. But he got stripped of his captaincy due to the failed physical and basically at odds with his team over getting a surgery and how to get the surgery, what kind of surgery to get. So I'll jump into it a little bit. Sabres GM Adams says, unfortunately, yesterday, Jack did not pass his physical. To this point, Jack is not willing to move forward with the fusion surgery that our doctors are suggesting, so we're going to continue to work towards solutions. If you don't know, Jack Eichel is in his 4th year of an 8-year, $80 million contract, and this is his last season before he goes into a no-movement clause.
Oh, wow.
So if the Sabres are going to move him, it has to be before next summer. So this is a big season for them. They have to trade him away if they're going to get anything for him.
And he's requested a trade, correct?
He has requested a trade. He requested a trade last year, and now he's very adamant about a trade this year.
Please trade me.
Anyways, more news or more info about this. After Eichel's injury diagnosis, the Sabres opted for non-surgical rehabilitation before the medical experts suggested an interior cervical discectomy with fusion to alleviate Eichel's discomfort. This is what the doctor said. Eichel wanted disc replacement surgery with an artificial disc being placed in his neck. It promises a shorter rehab time, the potential for a less loss of motion, and far less potential for a necessity for future surgeries. So it's like, hey, obviously he should get that surgery, right? If it's less rehab, less whatever. He can move easier, whatever. But the problem is it's never been done on an NHL player before. This type of surgery that Eichel wants has never been done on an NHL player before. With the Sabres' preferred method is more commonplace. So Eichel wants to get one type of surgery. The team wants him to get another type of surgery that's more proven. He's going to have to rehab through it a little bit, but it'll take the discomfort away. Eichel's like, I want to get a surgery that takes care of this shit. I don't want to worry about it anymore. I don't want to have to rehab. I want to play hockey, blah, blah, blah. So you can see on both sides where they're coming from, everything. One side's trying to protect their player for the next 8 years, don't want him to get a surgery that doesn't work and maybe puts him in a worse place. Eichel's like, let me freaking play hockey. I need to get out there.
Yeah, trade value, all that kind of stuff.
GM Adams says, we have absolute trust in our doctors. They are the medical experts. They've been consistent since day one. They've never wavered from what they think should be the next step. And if something else was done, they would be uncomfortable with it. Adams has already been engaged in trade talks about Eichel throughout the offseason, and those talks continue. The second-year general manager. So imagine having to deal Jack Eichel in your first and second year of being a GM. That's not a good place for him. Yeah. Said there's no timeline on an Eichel trade. If we have an opportunity to improve our team and we feel it's the right thing for the franchise, then we'll trade him, says Adams. But if there was a solution over the summer and we thought it made sense, then we would have done it. Obviously, that's not the case. So I think there's a lot of kind of instances like this where it's like Ben Simmons and the Sixers. Yeah, I know. Ben Simmons and the Sixers kind of same thing. Like, hey, if we see a trade that we like, and Deshaun Watson with the Texans too, if we see a trade that we like makes sense for us, we'll take it. But other than that, we're not going to force anything. We're not going to go out of our way to try and get this guy a trade. Like we're gonna do what's best for us first.
Or it's like even a mad Jack Eichel is better than no.
Yeah, even a mad Jack Eichel is much better than no Jack Eichel on the Buffalo Sabres. So this is something to pay attention to. Jack Eichel is a huge. If he goes to a really good team, they immediately become Stanley Cup contenders. And that's what I have a feeling that he wants. I have a feeling he wants to be on a contending team at age 24. He probably wants to get his shot at the cup, and he knows he's not going to be able to do it on the Buffalo Sabres because they are very much in rebuild and also play in a brutal division for a rebuild team. Like, not a fun division to be in. But something to look for. Keep an eye on that story. It could get very, very interesting, especially if teams do offer them what they want. It'll be interesting to see where Eichel ends up or if he gets the surgery that he wants or the team wants. So we'll see. But as of right now, Jack Eichel failed his physical and is stripped of his captaincy. So kind of a big deal for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm sure Buffalo Sabres fans are not happy right now. I know. Can't imagine they'd be very happy. But keep an eye on that story. Very interesting moving forward.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
What do you got for us over there?
Here, we'll do the classic. We want basketball. We want football.
Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go basketball.
All right.
Let's go basketball.
This is kind of an interesting little series of stories. So first of all, as we talked about with Wiggins yesterday, how because he's not vaccinated, probably won't be able to play in his home games because of California or whatever,
California
specifically
vaccination
I don't
rules,
know.
yeah.
But whatever it is, vaccination rules, can't be going into that arena without a vaccine. Similar situation as we kind of predicted yesterday. Maybe Wiggins can't play in New York, can't play in Canada, all that. Kyrie's not vaccinated, and he could also miss home games.
Yeah, because New York has very strict laws right now.
Yeah, in New York, you cannot go into a restaurant or a bar without proof of vaccination.
Really?
You can't even enter it, and it's not like proof of vaccination or a positive or a negative test or anything. You have to be vaccinated to go into most places that you would like sit in and stay in. So they're cracking down there. So that could very well affect his ability to play in New York.
Do you think it's selfish to not get the vaccine? If you're Kyrie, or I guess not so much. I mean, yes, both could be selfish, but if I'm Kyrie, man, you are a pivotal part of that team. Like, you have to play. You can't miss. You can't be missing. And I don't want to say selfish because at the end of the day, it's everyone's decision to get the vaccine or not. But it's everyone's decision as a regular person to get the vaccine or not. When you're an athlete and you're banking on missing 41 games, because that's how many games, and then plus probably a couple extra if you're going to California, if you go to Canada, if you play another team in New York. Is it considered selfish if you don't get it? Like, are you just being a stubborn ass, or is there?
Yeah. Well, first of all, yes. At this point, you probably are being stubborn, but I do think that it's unfortunate that
it's really
putting athletes in the position that we're putting
because
them
for
in
a regular person, I'm like, oh, like, get it, don't get it. It's your decision. Like, if we all got it, we'd probably be in a little bit better shape. But hey, if you got your concerns, whatever.
But and at the same point, there's also the fear that, I mean, for me in particular, something just I've noticed is, and I'm sure you've noticed it too, it doesn't seem that there's a lot of vaccinated players that keep getting COVID. Yeah. So maybe there's a point where you're like, I'm not gonna, and Darius Butler said it on the Pat McAfee show, and I found it really interesting. And you're like, you're telling me that these guys that weigh out exactly what they're gonna eat, the exact supplements, everything that goes into their body is maintaining a fine-tuned machine. They know every gram of every type of food they put in their body. I'm sure Kyrie operates that way.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyrie is pretty adamant about what's in his body and things like that.
And it's like, maybe it's reasonable to think they might not want to put a relatively new shot into their system. But I think at the end of the day, if you're a professional athlete and it's preventing you from being a professional athlete,
at this point, it's take one for the team.
You know the choice you're making, and you're probably making a choice to not play that sport anymore. Yeah,
and at this point, like I said, I think it's just to the point where we're like, take one for the team. Like, it's to that point. I understand the concerns and whatever, and but there's a lot of people that have now gotten the vaccine. Like, no one's growing wings. No one's like that kind of stuff can be like, you don't have any argument on that. And at this point, for any athlete that doesn't get vaccination, and it sucks because they're in a different predicament than the rest of the population. But at the same time, you signed up to be that athlete. You signed a contract. Like, dude, take one for the team at this point. Yeah, I feel like you have to.
Well, I guess at the end of the day, it sucks because it's like, it truly is, the option is get it or you probably can't.
You're not going to be
do
that
it
athlete,
anymore, or you're going to have to play like overseas in a country that has different laws or something like that. And it's unfortunate that we've got there because at the end of the day, it's not like you have a right to be to do. I mean, like, you have a right to do a lot of stuff. You have a right to choose what you want to put in your body. You have all those rights, but you don't have a right to
do
the things that people are preventing you from doing. So, It's obviously so many things that have happened in the last couple of years suck for everything in humanity.
It's tough, but I'm along the lines of like, dude, quit being a stubborn ass. Take one for the team. Move on. Like, it'd be one thing if you were gonna miss 10 games. I'd be like, okay, like, I
Yeah,
can see it. But
I
50
agree.
games in an NBA
there
season,
is not,
like,
there,
come
trust
on,
me,
guys.
trust me, there is not an option where it's like, all right, this will be our road guy.
Yeah, no.
We'll keep him we'll keep him in the luggage compartment on the bus and just slide that thing out when we get to like,
no.
I don't know, Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
They don't even have a.
Yeah, no.
They don't even have. Dude, have you played basketball in Florida, bro? Oh my.
Anyways, keep going with the story, cause I'm
yeah.
stupid vaccination shit. God,
Yeah,
I hate
I know.
this. I can't wait for
Aren't
all
you
this shit
sick
to be
of it?
over. I'm so sick and tired of it. I want it to be over.
Can't you wait for? Or I can't wait for the Kappa Omega 5 variant when you have to get 16 boosters in your left butt cheek.
That's the thing, dude. That's why I'm just like, can we just all get the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi at this point? Just be done with it. Like, even though if we all get the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, we're gonna have to get the Ethernet next.
I know you gotta get.
And then the next one, the LAN, and then the whatever comes next. Like, come on.
It's true. Actually, that's a good point that Isaac brought up. Needed to Tom Brady. You'd think that a lot of these teams would have someone, a leader that would be like,
I grabs them by the head and
like,
shakes
hey,
their head.
dude, do you want to win an NBA championship this year? Then go get the shot.
Dude, everything you've been working for your whole life, and all you have to do is get a shot in your arm. Go get your shot.
I don't know, man.
That article I read yesterday, though, with Andrew Wiggins, and it's like, to be noted, Andrew Wiggins' old teammate, Karl Anthony Towns, has had 12 family members die. I'm like, what the hell? Why
that was messed
Why would
up.
you do that?
I think if I was the president of the United States, which
Whoa.
I will be one day.
Whoa, this just took a turn.
I'm running for the fellas party.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up to that podium. My fellow Americans, we're gonna pretend there is no more COVID. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Just go about your day.
Just go about your day.
People will die, but
it's a
people
sacrifice
die
for one to
anyway.
Jesus. That's so bad. All right, keep going. I'm done with this shit.
My fellow Americans. Also, no more taxes.
Yeah, right.
And free candy in the lunchroom.
All right,
And
all right.
soda from the water
right,
fountains.
all
and
right.
pizza every Friday.
Watching people unsubscribe by the second.
Dude, why? Pizza every Friday?
All right, keep going with your damn story.
It won't help with the obesity problem. I get it. So, but that's about it with the Kyrie thing. And then,
Fellas to the White House.
but then speaking of Kyrie,
As
you probably heard in the whole Ben Simmons shenanigans, which we'll get into a little bit because boys, this guy suck. Boys, this guy.
if he comes to my team, I disagree. He doesn't suck.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, he'll give you a lot of hope. And maybe he might even get you guys this 8 seed, 7 seed.
There's no such thing as hope in Timberwolves basketball.
No, trust me. I bet. Hey, if you had, hey, I hate to keep going on these weird tangents, but your squad with Ben Simmons could get an 8 seed in the East.
West, but yes.
Oh, West.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We're on the
I
other
always
side.
forget
It's okay.
'cause
We're
it's
on the other
close to the
side.
East,
Yeah,
but it's not really.
it's not. No.
It's like the Pelicans always confusing me too.
We're called the Midwest, but we should just be called the North Central.
Well, Midwest
because we're just
is
like
like-
right
it's
in the
like
middle,
not
and the
even
furthest
West.
north. Yeah.
It's almost there.
No, we're just like smack dab in the middle. Like we could not be any more middle.
That always is interesting to me because the Midwest is just like the middle.
It is
like
just
it's also the Mid East. It's just the mid.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand what's. the
Welcome to
difference, yeah.
mid.
Yeah, welcome to mid. That's what it feels too.
Yeah, but I think you guys could be like 8th seed.
With Ben Simmons, we could make a playoff run.
And then you get to
We
the
could maybe get the
playoffs,
first
and
round.
then he passes out of an open dunk. And then like have you ever heard the sentence pass out of an open dunk? Anyway, so they were trying. So Kyrie was involved in some rumors of Kyrie Simmons tradey. Oh, what goes on? KD stepped in and said,
Hell no.
No.
Absolutely not. You are not taking Kyrie from me.
Yeah, this is coming from Stephen A. Smith. He said that essentially the Nets would have actually already done this trade, and the Sixers probably would have accepted it. Of Kyrie for Simmons, I think for the most part straight up, maybe a little. I don't know how you balance the salary,
maybe
something
Matisse
like that.
in there or something or round.
No
rounder?
Matisse. You can have Shake maybe.
Okay.
But KD, his GM Sean Marks was like, all right. And KD said, no. What are you doing? No.
Absolutely not.
So the thing. The whole question, I mean, the whole thing is the Sixers were trying to get Harden last year in a trade for Ben Simmons before we hated him. And then this year, it's kind of like, well, why would the Nets have all of the good guys? Why would they want to get rid of any of them?
Yeah,
and it seemed like maybe the GM didn't understand that, and I'm really glad KD was the sensible guy to that locker room to come up and say,
we have everyone we want.
Like,
why are you trading?
Hey, maybe if 2 of us are healthy in the playoffs besides me, and I almost took us to the promised land. I need one more guy, and I don't want it to be Ben Simmons. He needs to be able to score a basket.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a whole thing. But I just thought it was interesting that KD absolutely nixed the trade.
Yeah, it's just like,
and it was not a front office decision.
No.
The front office decision was, we like this trade, and he said,
no, we don't.
He said,
no, we do not.
No, God, please,
no, God, no. What are you doing?
So then, what's going on with Ben Simmons now?
What is going on with Ben Simmons?
I think we have to understand, because this happens in football.
Yep, we get holdouts.
This happens in other sports. But this has never happened. Oh, well, anyway, I know how it goes.
I was like, wait now.
This has never happened in the NBA, really.
Like a not showing up to training camp.
Yeah, a full-on. We're at a really interesting crossroads where the Sixers can now find them, and they have policies in place of what happens if they skip this stuff. And we've never actually had to use them. Yeah. But it's like 6-figure fines per day. But they can choose whether or not they want to exercise them. Yeah. And at the moment, it seems like most of the front office, Doc Rivers, everyone wants Ben Simmons to stay. Yeah. We'd all rather not trade him still. I know I'm talking a lot of rah-rah, but if at the end of the day we kept him, I mean, I'd be okay with it.
The problem at this point is no matter who you trade for, you're probably going to get the shit ended.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be.
Because your hand is now forced.
The value's bad. And he won't play to increase his value, which is another issue that the Sixers have with him. But we're at an interesting thing now, because at this point in the preseason, the Sixers would be the ones delegating out fines, and they can choose whether or not to exercise it. Yeah. Very soon, it will also be a matter of the NBA themselves. Yeah. Whether they want to fine Simmons and do all that. And then that becomes really, really, really expensive. And we've never, similar issues in the past. James Harden last year.
He just got fat and was like,
he got fat in the offseason, but it wasn't illegal, and he was coming off an injury. He wasn't skipping out on anything. He had a medical reason not to show up. When he was ready to go, he showed up. He was a little fat, but I also think he just had a pillow under his jersey, because as soon as he got to Brooklyn, that just shed off. And then
right back to skinny Harden again.
Oh man! And that was
weird thing.
That was so funny.
Just showed up one day and he was.
He played a couple weeks for the Rockets before he ended up moving on. And then very similar with Jimmy Butler on the T-Wolves. He missed part of the training camp, came back, and was like, the whole,
I remember.
You need me!
Yeah, I remember.
All of that.
Hey, we did.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong. I don't think anyone was arguing with that. Yeah. Nah, he's always been among the thickest. But boy, he was looking extra thick.
Extra thick.
He was like that extra thick cookies and cream Chick-fil-A milkshake. You know what I mean?
This is true.
But yeah, same with Jimmy Butler. Injury, came back, yelled at everyone, played for a couple of weeks, traded. Yeah. There is no sign that that's going to be anything that Ben Simmons does. It was, I'm going to take this off to work on my mental. And then I suppose working on his mental led him to say, I don't want to be here. Yeah. I want to get out of Philly. Yeah. And he wrote that song. It was a hit. And now we're here. And everyone's just kind of standing here like, what do we do now? We've never been here.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that if this goes on, at one point he's going to be like, all right, this is getting really expensive. I'm going to come back. But also, he's on a Supermax.
He can fund it.
I mean, basically, the money he's making, he would just be paying back. But, I mean, he's made enough money. He can sit out a season and not make any money. He's fine. And plus the sponsorships and stuff, like, that'll take care of him. So he's basically just taking his salary and paying it back. Like, he gets his check from the Sixers, and he's like, oh, here's it back. I'm not going to play for you guys this week. Then they find him another, and he's like, oh, here's my salary. Here, take that back. I'll just make my money off, what is it, Nike? Is that who he's with? Adidas, maybe?
Yeah, he's probably a Nike guy.
Yeah, he's probably a Nike guy.
Seems like a Nike guy.
But, interesting.
But, and well, the other thing that's scaring me, just as a Sixers fan,
Yeah.
is that everyone is passing on him.
Yeah.
And I suppose we were passing on a lot of the trades as well. But
Yeah, it's probably half of you guys because, again, like the Jack Eichel thing. Hey, we know he wants out, but at the same time, we're going to do what's best for our team. And if we don't get the right offer, he's going to play for us. And if you don't want to play for us, fine.
yeah, and this
Take
is
your fines.
So Joe Lacobe, the owner of the Warriors.
Yeah.
He actually just got fined for the statement I'm about to read, about $50,000.
Oh, wow.
But he had some. The young socialite.
Isaac said he's gonna do Skims photo shoots on the side for Kendall to take him back.
He's just a young socialite out here.
Do we
trying to hit
still
that.
blame Kendall for this whole thing?
Is
Is it still her fault for everything that's going on right now?
Didn't help his mental. I know that.
I think it still might be the Kendall curse.
But so he kind of that whole, because there was a pretty decent deal with the Warriors. Now that I know Wiggins can't play in places you have to be vaccinated, I'm glad that didn't happen because we'd have another guy you can't play basketball.
Oh, and Philly would have chewed his ass out too. Philly would have lit him on fire for not getting vaccinated.
The good thing is, for not getting vaccinated. But if he played his role in Philly, it would have been nice. I would have liked that. But he says in a lot of ways he doesn't really fit what we're doing. He makes a lot of money, and can he finish games? I don't know. He's very talented. The problem is we have Draymond. Draymond and him are very similar in the sense that neither one really shoots, and they do a lot of playmaking. That's one issue. The salary structure is another. And I never even really thought about that.
Yeah.
But it's like Ben's a physical specimen, and just the fact he's so big but he rarely even uses his size. If you have a strong defender and passer who can't shoot, he's almost the same. And if he can shoot 60% from the free throw line and 20% from three, he's better.
Do you think on a different team they would utilize his size a little bit more? Because
absolutely.
I don't know if it's Ben Simmons' fault or more on the Sixers' fault in the way they play him to where he's maybe not able to use his size as much as he wants.
I agree. No, I'm 100% with you.
But also, does he actually want to use his size?
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
I think he wants to play that
point guard,
the point forward
facilitator,
position.
Weird,
The
big
weird
ass
thing.
point
He wants
guard.
to bring the ball. He wants the ball in his hand. And the problem is, and I think I said this a while ago on the show before we knew that he hated everyone and wanted to make us all cry, and he was just a generally bad guy.
Generally bad guy.
Before we learned all this, I wanted him to move to the 4 spot.
I know you did. You were big, and I think that's not a bad idea.
It makes a lot more sense. Whatever. We're moving on. I'm over it. I don't want to bore all of you with more Ben Simmons talk, but it is important.
Tim, I did see your comment. If the T-Wolves don't look good this season, you think Cat will push to get out? Part of me is like, yes, absolutely. I think Cat's been done with the T-Wolves for a while now.
Yes.
I think he's been done with the T-Wolves.
Absolutely,
But
man.
part of me also thinks that Cat is not a ring chaser. When you
seem like it.
When you watch Cat play and you watch the energy that he plays with, like, yeah, he loves to win games. Don't get me wrong. There's no athlete out there. Yeah, he is competitive. Like, everyone's competitive. But if you really watch Cat, he's not going for a ring.
He's happy to acquire the bag.
He's on his supermax. He's chilling. He's got the market. Everyone in the market likes him because he's the only bright spot of our market. Even though, and hey, if the T-Wolves don't look good this season, I want Cat gone. Like, it's not Cat leaving. It's the fan. It's us being like, we tried. We tried with you. We gave you your contract. We tried with you. You couldn't do it. We need you to leave.
And it's not even on him. It's like, we need to trade you for.
We need to trade you for, because what Cat does is exactly what we do not need. We don't need another big man that doesn't play defense, that's a little soft, that can struggle with consistency. Like, that is literally everything that we don't need is Cat.
Yeah.
Like, we need the opposite. We need an Embiid. We need a Jokic. We need And honestly, and it sounds dumb to say after all we just said, but we need a Ben Simmons. Like as a T-Wolves fan, and I've said this before, I don't give a shit if Ben Simmons never shoots the ball on our team. Like, I do not give a shit. As long as he plays lockdown D, which there's questions to that now too, as long as he plays lockdown D and passes the ball, Ben Simmons, please God, come to the Timberwolves. Like, that is literally where my mindset's at right now, because you know how long it's been since we've had a good defensive player? It's been since Jimmy Butler and Taj Gibson were on our team. Like, that was the last fully minded defensive players that were actually, like, elite.
Yeah.
So I would love a Ben Simmons, and I don't care if he doesn't take one shot. Like, that is, Timberwolves are probably the one team that'd be like, don't shoot. It's fine. It's okay. Just play defense and give it to someone else that can shoot.
See, I was never in the camp that he needed to shoot threes. I was like, no one's gonna buy it. You're gonna make one in every 43. Like, it doesn't matter. But what you
have
do
some
need
confidence
to do,
when you get to the rim.
You need to dunk the ball when you're 6'11", and you need to make more than
How tall is he?
He might be
6'9".
He's 6'10" or 6'11".
Is
No,
he
he's
really?
tall. He's almost 7 foot. Yeah, he's 6'11".
6'11".
And he you have to dunk when you're 6'11". And basically any player on the floor, you need. This is the one thing I keep coming back to. If you shoot under 50% of your free throws, it means you make 0 more often than you make 1. Yeah. And that's really, really bad.
That's really bad.
But I'm back to Cat. From the outside perspective, it's kind of Cat's. It would have been nice to trade him like a year or two ago.
That's my thing. Is
because
like,
he's out of that conversation now, and it's not of his fault. Probably more so the team, because he's kept his output's been relatively similar.
Yeah,
a little lower, but
I just see it as, and it's been the story of the Timberwolves for a long time now. We have a bright spot on the team. He's comfortable where he is. He doesn't want to and you can see that he's just not he's here, and then the elite players are here. Like, he's just not at that step.
But if you give him,
there was one point where when Jimmy was on the team and all this stuff,
the conversation was
Joel
Joel or Cat.
I was like, oh, okay, this guy's, and that's when we should have dealt him. And it's the same thing with Wiggins too. God, I was begging the T-Wolves when Wiggins was starting to get a little consistency. It was like, please get rid of this guy. Like, we know how he is. We know he doesn't play defense. We know he doesn't work hard. We know he's just a freak athlete. And Jimmy said it too. He goes, Cat's the most talented on the team. By far, Cat's the most talented.
But he still hated him.
Yeah. Wiggins, the most athletic. He even said, he's like, that is one of the most athletic dudes I've ever seen in my life. He's like, but neither of them work hard. And I'm the hardest worker, and that's why I'm the best on this team. And it's like, yeah, dude, it's true. It's very true.
Powerful.
But, all right, done with Ben Simmons and done with Timberwolves and Sixers and everything like that. That's
a young socialite.
I see it on Sean's screen.
All right, we'll get into some NFL talk, because I got a couple stories.
Yeah. Little NFL and hop into the bets, baby. We're close.
It's Odell time, baby. Cleveland Browns wide receiver with the blonde curly hair.
Hey,
number 13, who can still ball.
He could do something with Jarvis Landry out.
Yeah, he's making his season debut against the Chicago Bears this Sunday, and that's very exciting. I've always been an Odell fan, especially since he's been on the Browns, because I could not like him. I could not like him on the Giants at all. He did dirty.
He threw some temper tantrums when he was a little bit younger, but I think
you know what?
I think he's learned.
That was so overblown, by the way. And
Me too.
And then when he did the proposal, I think he took it and was able to joke about it.
Yeah.
I think he got such a bad rep for no reason.
That, and I think I'm glad that he did, because people hated on him, and I think he learned very quickly, yo, don't take the things that people are saying, just relax. And now you see him, and they're like, Odell, what do you think about someone saying this? He's like, man,
he's a very mature. I'm sure he's a great leader on the team, especially with Jarvis as well. Because Jarvis.
And it's not like he was never not being a good leader on the Giants. He just wanted to freaking win, and they didn't want to. They didn't want to win, and he wanted to.
I think that was. I was an Eagles fan at the time, and I'm like, this is undeserved, man.
Yeah, no. It's like there's clearly one guy trying harder than everyone else out there.
I'm like, he's frustrated that you're 4-12 again. Could you imagine?
He's frustrated that he's busting his ass out here, snaps his ankle in half, and the rest of the team is just like, oh, damn. I'd be like, get me out of here.
And then it's like he did like and then the kicking at things. He's like, oh, he's just such a diva and he doesn't care. No. He's just insane.
Very talented.
And he can't eat these things it too serious. And then he tries to make it like a joke, does all the funny stuff, and everyone's like, oh, he's not taking it serious. He's just get over it. Nobody
trying
wants
to have fun out here.
Nobody wants to hear about your stupid kicking net anymore. And it's like, dude, you guys are the one that made the kicking net a headline for like 3 months, and then you're mad at him for making it funny and enjoying his life. Anyway, Odell's back. OBJ's back.
OBJ. Let's see what he can do this season. I hope he has a good season.
Yeah, he needs to come back because he truly has not looked like he looked on the Giants since he's been dealt to Cleveland. And
yeah,
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I would see
flashes, but not for a season.
Yeah,
struggling to stay healthy, but you know what? It's good. Hey, if you're gonna get hurt, do it in the first 2 weeks. You almost got a full, especially in a 17-game season.
And did I hear that we have playoff games on Monday night?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
I did not know
We're
that.
moving the whole. Whoa, we got a loose tab.
I watched your whole screen just like shift all the way around.
So the NFL has just revealed a new playoff format for this season's playoffs, and they're going to be adding a Monday Night Football playoff game.
More days of football, let's go!
So as you know, last season we had the first expansion of the playoff field from 12 teams to 14. Now we have the season being expanded from 16 to 17, and now we get another day of playoff football. That means we got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday football for the playoffs. Now, how this works?
3 days of football.
It's going to be, for the first round, wild card weekend, because we do have that extra game now. I think this was probably their plan all along. Oh, where do we put this guy?
Oh, let's move it to a whole nother day and take a whole nother day of people's time. Oh. Also, remember how electric Tuesday and Wednesday night football was?
It was electric. Best part of COVID.
Oh, my God. Best thing ever. It's like, wait, it's a Wednesday? We have football at like what? Well, it was like a 5:30 start time, too. Wednesday night, 5:30,
like
and it was like,
work.
Whoa, this is awesome! I could get used to this. It ended at like 8:39. You could get a good night's sleep still. I need Wednesday night 5:30 football back. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
that would be fun.
Anyways,
but if you remember, so and what was also electric was Super Wild Card Weekend.
Yes.
So now we have 2 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, and then one big Monday night finale.
Let's go!
We don't know which broadcaster's going to get which games. That will
Pat
be
McAfee.
a big issue. He is.
He's not employed by the NFL.
Could you imagine if they just streamed it on YouTube on like Pat McAfee show? John?
Can he
That'd
just
be
do
sick.
like? Actually, he did last night. Pat actually had a Twitter Spaces open for the game, and I think it's because he knew how much the ratings jumped when he hopped on that ESPN Peyton and Eli cast. I have a feeling someone was like, hey, Pat, you need to do your own thing for an NFL game. Because that's the first time I've ever seen him open a Twitter Spaces like that. And it was him and all the boys. They were the only ones who were allowed to speak. 4,500 people listening to them. And they're just talking about the game. Like, they're just watching the game and talking about it. And I'd much rather listen to that with the game up and have the game on mute than anything else.
Fair. Now the question is this like gonna change the playoffs? Because now you have one team that wins is getting 1 day less of rest.
Yeah.
Now obviously, I think, and in my opinion, if they do this smart thing, which they may or may not do, who knows? But all you got to do is make sure that people that played on Monday don't play until Sunday, and the people that played on Sunday should just play on Saturday, and then everyone gets 6 days.
But the seeds aren't going to work like that.
They might, though.
I mean, they may, but one team is going to get the shit end of the stick on this one.
I just got to flip it around so that you just got to make sure.
Just
I mean,
win,
there's
don't
only
worry about it.
one Monday night game. Just make sure whoever wins the Monday game plays the next Sunday instead of Saturday.
Yeah.
And then there's no
that'd be
disadvantage.
rough. 5 days. Oof.
Yeah, then it's fine though, because then it's the same as playing from a Saturday to a Sunday to a Saturday. It shouldn't be a problem if they do it right. But
If
we don't know the seeds that will play. Yeah, Mike Tomlin wouldn't care, but we know he
That's
doesn't care.
stupid meme, Braxton. Get out.
I like it. I like it. So we don't know like what seed would play it. We don't know what conference would get it because again, it's one game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be either in one AFC, one NFC matchup, and we don't know if it'll be the 2-7, the 3-6, or the 4-5. And I doubt it'll have any effect on the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I don't think so, but hey, you never know. Fellas, very close to kicking it over to bets, but there is one story that I want us to talk about real quick, and it is the Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is in NFL news now. Sean, can you enlighten us on what Jeff Bezos is doing with his $200 billion?
Yeah, so we've known for a while that Jeff Bezos is interested in buying an NFL team.
Yep.
It's a couple of years now. So he's very, very, very much interested in buying an NFL team very soon.
Yeah.
He has a $200 billion net worth.
Yeah, he might be able to afford it.
And the interesting thing is, someone with that much money entering the we get into that the ESPN NBA player rankings. I don't care about the Stooges enough, but we might look into it if we have some time at the end. But yeah, he's someone with that much money. Like obviously, NFL owners are some of the richest people in the world.
Yeah, probably.
But he is the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's an insane amount of money, and there's a lot of things that could come with it. First off, it's probably looks like the potential would be purchasing the Broncos in 2022
from Elway.
Yeah, or no, he's
no,
just
not
the
at
GM.
Yeah, he's just GM. Sorry.
But that's the first one that I think is potentially going to be sold.
Yeah.
Within the next year.
Okay.
But then other clubs in the future, he's watching and he's going to come soon.
Yeah. Is he interested in a new franchise at all, or does it sound like he just wants to buy an already established team?
It's he just wants his own team. He wants to buy a team. That's what everyone keeps saying. We don't know now
because there's been a lot of talks in the NFL about expansion.
Yeah,
Mexico City I know is talked about. London has been talked about.
London, you're bringing this up.
Yeah,
and it's interesting because this opens up the London dream.
Yeah,
because for all intents and purposes,
God, that would suck. For
the idea of a London NFL team is completely dead. It couldn't work with scheduling. It couldn't. The money is not there unless a man who is made of money can come in and say, we're the London Broncos.
And I actually disagree that the money's not there. I think the market would be extremely valuable. It's just the fact that there's no way you could put together a winning team.
Owner would say, I'm going to invest all of this to move out to London for that market instead of just continuously making money in the one I'm in now. Except for someone with $200 billion.
And hey, that's a hell of an investment because you know that London team's going to be worth a lot of money one day.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's practical with the scheduling, with the flights, with everything. That team would be miserable. You'd be miserable playing for that team. You have to, one, move overseas. Two, that scheduling and the flights would be terrible. The London silly ninnies.
The water bottles.
The water bottle silly ninnies.
But yeah, so first off, very interesting. Normally you have to go through a lot of league approval, boopity.
But when you have $200 billion, it's not
and
much.
And you're already an NFL partner with Amazon.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that.
He's gonna get in there like that.
Yeah, he's got a free ticket in.
The also interesting thing is to give it, $200 billion, right? The richest owner in the NFL, David Tepper of the Panthers, his net worth. Guess what his net worth is?
It's gotta be like $10 billion.
Yeah, you're down like $15 billion.
Okay.
It's like,
that's so crazy.
What's
10
that,
times the amount.
Yeah,
over 10 times.
Yeah, jeez.
Jerry
Jones' net worth is $9 billion.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is worth more than all of the other NFL teams' primary owners combined.
That's ridiculous.
So that kind of it would change a huge power dynamic. He'd be like a shadow commissioner, pulling some strings.
Oh yeah.
Especially, and then again,
if Jerry Jones already is being that, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. It would be. There would have to be some regulations set in place if Bezos became part of the NFL, for sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, so it'd be either like they buy a team or they're like, they might try to use his money and be like, hey, you know, we really wanted to do this London expansion.
And Roger's like, I'm broke. I can't afford it. Can you, Jeff, pay for some things?
Yeah.
Bezos really going to take over the world? He's got, they're pretty much anything that exists in this world, Bezos has something to do with at this point.
That's
the man
scary.
owns so much and is a partner in so many things that basically anything in this world has a connection back to Bezos.
My name's Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
Yeah. Especially when you consider, I know a lot of people, some people probably know, but you see the AWS commercials, the Amazon Web Service.
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
And then always is like, this runs on this runs on data. That like cloud computing, all that stuff is what literally every corporation runs off of. It's the idea that you can use Amazon just has like infinite servers and you just buy a little part of it instead of investing in all your own computers and stuff, and they have a very easy to use interface for it. That is where they make like, I don't know the exact number, but they make more money from that than any other endeavor, including just like Amazon.com.
Yeah, and the connections they get when they own every single, they have a part ownership in every single website.
And the growth from that kind of thing is essentially infinite because, again, it's not bound by like anything physical. You just they can just keep selling more and more, and it's a completely like flexible in terms of the customers.
Yeah.
They can just keep, as they grow, all you're rooting for is them to get bigger, so they have to buy more space, buy more storage, buy more processing power. That is just a never-ending cash cow of money.
So ridiculous.
And that's not even what people think Amazon is.
No.
Like,
it was
and
just like,
not to
products.
mention, they have a website that you can buy every single thing in the world on.
Yeah.
And it can get shipped to you in
day,
2 days.
Or 24 hours.
Yeah, 24
12
hours.
hours
Play
at
like
this
$1.99.
Yeah.
It's insane. So yeah, if he gets into the NFL, he's gonna blow it up. One last thing before we go to break.
Better be quick.
Because no,
fellas are
really
chomping
cool.
at the bit.
This is really cool.
You guys
gotta like
let's
this
do it,
one.
let's do it.
As we know, Derrick Henry's really good at football.
What?
Did you know?
Maybe.
He run fast.
Oh,
and,
wow. He big.
He has a high school record for Florida. And it's a single game rushing record where he went 502 yards in a single game. Super impressive, right?
Oh, wow.
It was actually just broken.
Who the hell rushed for over 500 yards?
It's broken a few days ago. Henry held this since 2012, but Baker High School's Caleb Wagner shattered it. Absolutely shattered the record with a 535-yard, 6-touchdown game.
Wow.
Now, pretty crazy, right?
That is pretty crazy.
Now, how about this? Wagner does not have a left hand and half of his left forearm. He was born without it, lived his whole life without it. Just insane.
Wait, so he broke Derrick Henry's rushing record
By about 35 yards or
with
so.
Half. With
one
an
hand.
arm and a half.
With one hand. Like,
That's one of those things. I can break your rushing record with one hand, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he actually did it.
He
wow,
actually
that's
did it.
What's the kid's name?
It is Caleb Wagner.
Caleb Wagner.
And so,
Caleb
obviously,
Wagner.
a big-time running back out of Florida like that is going to have Derrick Henry as a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry actually reached out to him afterwards and called him an inspiration, sent him gloves, cleats.
Let's go.
And it was, super cool.
Let's go.
It was just a great moment. Derrick Henry even talked about it at a press conference. You got to love that kind of stuff. Stand-up move from Derrick.
Little feel-good story there.
Yeah, just hey.
Love it.
I think there's a little clip of him running. But I can't. forget where it was. I thought that'd
anyways.
be fun, but
Look it up. What is it? Caleb Wagner?
yeah, Caleb with
Look
a
up
K.
Caleb Wagner, broken record of some kind. I'm sure there's some videos out there.
Here, we got it.
You got it? All
We
right.
got it.
But yeah, definitely a nice. Whoa.
Somebody just fell off our roof.
Yeah, someone just.
I gotta
Cannonball.
say, you know what's brutal? There's guys who are working on our roof. It is where my bed is.
Oh, is it? I heard it this morning and I was like, Jesus.
If I touched the wall, I could feel where they were smacking
Oof.
on the roof next to
Ouch.
it. It was like
That's how I feel when Capone barks every morning.
All right, never mind. The stat's too long. You get it. He ran and it looked
All right.
great. And
Caleb
it's
Wagner.
insane.
One hand breaks Derrick Henry's rushing record, single game. That's awesome. Good job, Caleb Wagner. Good job, Derrick Henry, supporting your boy.
Way to be a good guy.
And with that feel-good story, fellas, it is time to take a small break. We won't take long on this break. We'll be back shortly. We'll get set up for bets, and it is time to make some money. The gens are coming in. It's time to see if we can get a fifth straight day of unreal profit for VIP. A fifth straight day of unreal profit for the show. Fellas, we'll be back in probably 3 to 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll get the rest of the gens in here. And it's time to make some money on this Fellas Friday.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? See you shortly on the other side, fellas. Stay with us.
Please.
Please.
Please don't go. All right, fine.
What do you, come on now.
That's the alarm.
It's betting time. If you don't know, that is that's Sean's fantasy football team name, the Harmonica Rats.
That's just my fantasy.
Yeah, honestly, just to have a rat.
I'm gonna teach Jeffrey to play an even smaller harmonica.
Wow. All right, fellas. We are here. It is betting time. This show has been on fire. We have made so much freaking money this week. It is actually unbelievable. Thought we might get smacked across the mouth yesterday, but instead we just smacked the books across the mouth right back.
Eric straight up paid his rent this week.
I straight up paid 2 months worth of rent this week.
Insanity.
Yeah, it's been one hell of a week. Anyways, fellas, it is time to get into the bets. The degens are coming from gambling Twitter. The degens are coming in from TikTok. The degens are coming in from Instagram. They're all here, and it's time to make some money, fellas. Starting with the first game of the day, our beloved,
Oh, the guys.
St. Louis Cardinals, who go down 4-0 yesterday, they're sitting at plus 750. I look at it and go, nah, it's not worth it. And of course, little Paulie G gets them back into the game with a big old dinger, and the Cardinals take the lead and win 8-5 yesterday to hit our Cardinals money line. And again, the Mariners win. Oh, what a feels good to win. Anyways, first game of the day, and this is in fact a doubleheader today with the St. Louis Cardinals on the road at minus 136 with J.A. Happ on the mound going against Chicago Cubs and Justin Steele. Now, you know our rules. We hate doubleheaders. They're not fun. Weird things happen. Yada, yada, yada. Now, J.A. Happ is 4-2, 4.33 ERA with a 1.24 whip, 5.0 average innings pitched. On-base percentage of 340. His earned run log. Most of these are 4 to 6 innings. Normally not 6, 4 or 5 innings. Earned run log 3.047220129. Has given up a home run in 5 of his last 10 games, including 3 multiple home run games. Not a big walk guy, not a big strikeout guy. Fellas, if you're new to the show, J.A. Happ used to pitch for the Minnesota Twins. I have said on multiple accounts, J.A. Happ is not a good pitcher. This is not the guy that you want holding down the fort for you. This is not the guy that you want to bank on, especially not on the road. I'll get into Justin Steele. He's 3-3, 4.2 ERA with a 1.4 whip, 2.2 average innings pitched, on-base percentage of 338. He's no better than J.A. Happ. Earned run log 2.4304, 2.3000, but all those zeros came across 1 innings. Does like to give up home runs when he pitches more than 1 inning. His home run log in his last 7 games is 2.100.112. So walks have been going up. Strikeouts are pretty consistently low. Definitely 2 pitchers, not great. 7-inning game, over-under set at 8.5, which is quite high for a 7-inning game. I don't feel comfortable taking St. Louis Cardinals on this one. This feels like a force. Yesterday kind of felt like a mild force. A little bit of a
respectable force. Like we just gotta keep taking them when they go. But it was also Adam Wainwright on the mound, who ended up not playing well yesterday. That's his first real bad game that we've seen out of him pretty much in a long time. Unfortunate, but hey, Cardinals still stuck it out. This one, this is not a day where it's like, oh, the Cardinals keep winning, let's just bank on them. I'm not a part of that. I do not feel confident with J.A. Happ on the mound. I understand that Justin Steele is no better than J.A. Happ, but this is not one that I trust. I do not trust J.A. Happ. I just stay away from this one. Now,
it's the early game. It's a doubleheader.
One thing with it, though, with it being a 7-inning doubleheader, the over-under at 8.5 is kind of a lot.
It's kind of a lot. I mean, I understand why, because these pitchers are both not great, and and they do.
That's a 9-inning line, and that's not even.
That is a 9-inning line.
That's not even a 9-inning line with like 2 aces in. That's like an average.
Yeah. No, it's definitely boosted up a little bit. I was thinking about taking the over, but then realized it was 7 innings, and I was like, oh, never mind. No, thank you.
I mean, especially when their last 2 head-to-head games have gone 3-2, 3-2, and then you had a 7-6, 8-3, but that is over 9 innings still, and then a 6-0. These are all 9-inning games, and
yeah,
only 2 of them went over 8.5.
Yeah, I'm looking at player versus. Sorry, I always say player versus batter, and I don't understand pitcher versus batter. Stephanie says she's on an Ian Happ homer. KXFI is going to take Schwindel and him the Hap same day. Also Ballpark Ridley rated as the #1 ballpark for homers.
That's
today.
interesting.
Thank you, KXFI. So Ian Happ possibly, Enrique Hernandez possibly. Oh, sorry, that's a completely different game. He's gone. Anyways, I don't think I want to play anything on this game. There's better games on the slate today. This is the early game, and you know how we feel about early games. Not only is it early game, it's a doubleheader. There's just better games to bet on. Props, yes, absolutely, especially with that little nugget of information, KXFI. Thank you. I will say that Matt Duffy, 16 at-bats, 6 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, is the best against J.A. Happ as far as the Cardinals go, but only 4 people have faced him. Ian Happ has 3 at-bats, 0 hits on him, and he struck out all 3 times. But that means he's swinging for him, so you never know. Anyways, I say stay away from that game. I don't think it's worth it. We'll move on to the next one. Next one, Spencer Howard and the Texas Rangers at -110 going against Alexander Wells and the Baltimore Orioles, also at -110, so this is a pick'em. Spencer Howard, 0-2, 9.22 ERA with a 1.76 whip, 2.1 average innings pitched, on-base percentage of .359. Earned run log, and the most he pitches is 3 innings, so all of these are between 1 and 3 innings. 0, 6, 0, 5, 0, 3, 4, 0, 2, 2. Not a lot of home runs, but again, he only goes for 3 innings, so he has given up 2 home runs in his last 10 games, which is quite a lot when he's only pitching 2 innings a game on average. Strikeouts, actually pretty decent. They normally hover around 3, and that's decent for the amount of innings he goes. Walks is pretty low. Spencer Howard, definitely not a great pitcher, but only going to give him 2 innings. Could go 0 earned runs. Could go 5 earned runs. He's going against Alexander Wells of the Baltimore Orioles, 1-3, 7.96 ERA, 1.83 whip, 3.2 average innings pitched. So it seems like in this series, they are basically just throwing garbage out there. They're like, hey, it's Texas Rangers. Let's just throw kind of our bad pitchers out there because whatever. And the Texas Rangers are like, hey, it's the Baltimore Orioles. Let's just throw all of our bad pitchers out there. It's what they did yesterday. The under still hit because Sean's a genius, and I don't know how he does that. But anyways, on-base percentage for 394 for Alexander Wells.
Jeez.
His earned run log,
That's rough.
5.52164320, and that is anywhere between 2 to 5 innings. Gives up quite a few home runs, giving up a home run in 5 of his last 9 games. With 2 multiples in there, strikeouts pretty low, walks pretty low. So definitely 2 attackable pitchers, but again, not something I want to touch this game. It is the toilet bowl. Again, as we said yesterday, literally pretty much called it to a T, and Sean even said it too. He liked the under, and I said this game's either going to go 20-15 or it's going to go 2-1, and it ended up 3-0. So I think we're going to be in the exact same position.
Yeah.
Today, this is either going to be the over-under 9 is either going to – it's probably going to miss by 6 either way. It's either going to be 3 runs or it's going to be 15 runs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Now this would be – so that last game makes them 4 for 4 on the under this year.
Yep.
In head-to-head matchups. I mean,
You're going to try and figure this one out again, aren't you?
no, I'm going to say ignore it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say don't take it. Don't push the luck.
Look at you. Holster.
I've been holstering.
Holster.
If you look at my sticky I used to go front and back on the sticky notes, and I write small. Now I get like halfway down.
Yeah, it is true.
I've gotten small to.
I have almost used an entire sticky note pad, by the way. Also, can you throw that in the dumpster?
But yeah, I just think I'm with you. It could go.
You guys don't understand how many sticky notes we've gone through in this.
We'll do it at the end.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end. Yeah.
In the Eagles souvenir, Jason Peters, Darren Sproles cup. Rest in peace to both of them. Gone now.
All right.
Just kidding. They're alive.
Next game of the day. We're in the 7 o'clock games. Pittsburgh Pirates on the road, plus 191. Hey, Pittsburgh Pirates, first 5 team total over.
Love to
with
see
our
that.
little collab with Pig VIP.
Shout out, Pig.
Shout out, Pig.
Boink, boink.
A little team total over in VIP. Let's go, VIP.
Love to see it.
Love it. Anyways, Sam Howard on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates on the road at plus 191, going against Kyle Gibson and the Philadelphia Phillies at minus 230. Spencer Howard is 3-4, 5.8 ERA with a 1.46 whip, only 0.2 average innings pitched. On-base percentage of 346 in every single one of these games except for one is 1 inning, and occasionally he even goes 0.1 innings. Earned run log, this doesn't mean much because it's only across 1 inning. 0-0-1, 0-1, 0-2, 0-0-0. He has given up 2 home runs actually in that stint, and that's only 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only 9 innings giving up 2 home runs. So he has pitched 40 innings this year, so it's definitely a consistent. He comes in just about every other game. Strikeouts obviously low because he doesn't in there much. Walks low. Not much to say about Sam Howard. He's not going to be in there for long. And then they'll go to their bullpen, who is actually okay. You'd think that Pittsburgh bullpen is not great, but it's actually not terrible. Definitely not one of the top ones, but I believe they are still middle of the pack. Let me double check. There we go. I was going to say. Let's see, bullpen ERA. Okay, so a little bit further down in bottom of the pack. Not as mediocre as I thought. A little less below average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're the 9th worst bullpen, but it's Pittsburgh Pirates. Kyle Gibson on the mound for the Phillies, 4-5, 4.76 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 6.0 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 306. His earned run log, 3, 4, 3, 8, 0, 1, 3, 6, 1, 2. He's given up a home run in 5 of his last 10 games, including 3 in the last 2 games. Strikeouts have been going up, though. What is Kyle Gibson's strikeouts at today?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah.
It's a good
am I
question.
going to get an answer?
No. It's normally up like here. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll find it. Hey,
Do I actually have to click the fire
Friday.
prompt button?
we're still having a good time here.
You know, there are a lot of the player props are all messed up, at least on DraftKings for this game. I don't know about the other books, but they only have
They don't have strikeouts?
there's no home runs, no hits, no total bases. It's all most bases versus.
Oh, okay.
There's no 5.5.
5.5 on FanDuel. KXFI, what is the line on that? Because that's actually not bad. I would actually might take the over on that, depending on the juice. Because his strikeouts in his last 10 games, 9.75, 4.33, 5.335. But the last 2 is 9.7. And he looks like he's getting a little bit more comfortable. His numbers are kind of progressing in that way. Plus 100, that makes sense. Might be worth a grab there. Other than that, don't really have anything for this game.
Over.
That's what I
over
was-
alert. The
Yeah.
last 2 Phillies Pirates games were 12-6, 15-4. Both in favor of the Phillies, by the way. Not to mention that the Pirates have hit over in 9 of their last 11 games.
Wow.
It's at plus 100 right now. And I also love when you don't get a half on there. That's ability to push on a 9-run game, which is, of course, happens.
And I think it might be plus 100 on some books.
It is. It's plus 100 on DraftKings. It is minus 105 on BetUS, as you can see. But even odds on that over 9, hot.
Hey, and let's
Hot.
let's realize what the Pirates are doing with their bats here. Last
Yeah.
10 games, 6-6, 5-5, 6-2-0, 5-6-2.
Yeah, the
Pretty
Pirates get a little disrespect, and that's why they have gone over in 9 of their last 11.
Yeah. And the Phillies are finally putting some bats on balls. They almost lost that game yesterday. Phillies are in an absolute must-win situation every single day. Also, the Braves lost to the D-backs last night. So that is huge for the Phillies. I believe that puts the Phillies within a game. Let me double check. So running back that Pirates team total and maybe first 5.
Yeah, let's check the.
Let's check that. Also, I just want to re-update on standings. The Yankees have officially gotten themselves in a playoff spot. They are a full game ahead of the Blue Jays after their loss to the Twins last night. Huge win for the D-backs. Yeah. So it is now the Yankees versus Red Sox in the wild card game, with the Blue Jays being the odd man out. They are the ones looking in now, at a game back of the Yankees, 3 games back of the Red Sox. White Sox did clinch last night. They either had to win both games or win one and have someone lose. I forget who it was. Anyways.
But whatever it was, it happened.
Whatever it was, it happened. And then, hang on, let me get to the NL. Okay, Phillies are still 2 games back for the Braves. Sorry, that was completely wrong. But they do. Oh no, the Braves have games in hand. Interesting. Braves have 2 games in hand. So if they lose 2, then they are a game back. But Phillies are in absolute must-win situations, and that win for the Diamondbacks really helped the Phillies yesterday. So we'll see. It's getting down to the wire. Phillies have to win every game. It's just that. And they almost blew it yesterday to the Pittsburgh Pirates. They came back big time.
That was
big time comeback win.
What a strange looking game log that was.
Yeah, that was odd. Very odd. But Phillies in much must-win situation. I do not feel comfortable taking a money line either way on this.
Sorry, Anchor. Sorry.
Yeah, be nice to her.
I am.
Anyways, we move on. I don't
Over,
think it's
over.
worth the over, and I don't think it's worth taking a money line.
The Pirates' first 5 team total is still at 1.5 this
Is it
game.
plus 100?
Minus 120.
Minus 120.
Not great, but that's that's takeable juice.
Yeah.
And then the full game team total is 3.5 at minus 105.
Ooh, minus 105. Ooh.
I mean, they put 5 runs in an inning yesterday. I keep saying last week. Football season.
It's whatever.
Got me.
Yeah. All right. We move on. 7-10 game now. Dylan Cease and the Chicago White Sox at minus 120 going against Shane Bieber and the Cleveland Indians at plus 100. Again, the White Sox have clinched the playoff spot now. Dylan Cease 12-7, 4.09 ERA, 1.26 WHIP with a 5.1 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 307. His earned run log 0.7311333302. Most of these are 5 to 7 innings. Occasionally he drops down, but very rare. Does like to give up the home runs. His earned run home run log 0.1111210000. So he's given up a home run in 6 of his last 7 games. Maybe there's a little home run prop for the Cleveland Indians, which I'll get into after this. So definitely a little bit of an attackable pitcher. Sometimes brings the stuff, sometimes gets shelled around. Shane Bieber, 7-4, 3.28 ERA with a 1.25 WHIP, 6.1 average innings pitched. His on-base percentage is 305, earned run log 51213323332. He's given up a home run in 6 of his last 10 games with 2 multiples. Walks relatively low, strikeouts actually pretty high, but a little bit sporadic, so kind of tough to predict there. I like the over in this game as well. It's over 8, which I love me some over 8s. I am going to say Indians White Sox over 8. I do not trust Dylan Cease very much. I think he can give up 3. He seems to always give up about 3-4 runs across his 6 innings. So that's a nice halfway. And I think that Shane Bieber also gets laid into a little bit by the White Sox, especially coming off the clinched division. I'd imagine they want to keep pouring on the steam and not let off the gas at all. So Indians White Sox over 8. Also, what's our team totals at? Because
everything brokey. So
all right. Well,
I'm not going to be much help for a little bit here.
hang on. Let me check what the Indians team totals at because it might be a good line. Framil is that guy for the Indians. Framil Reyes. Let's see here. Let me get into player versus pitcher versus batter. Jesus. Say it every single time.
No internet. Do you have internet?
I do.
Oh, that's rude.
Let's see. I will say that the Indians do lay into Dylan Cease a lot. Like, they are very, very good against him. Bradley Zimmer, 3. Okay. So the most at-bats anyone on the Cleveland Indians has against Dylan Cease is 7, with everyone else sitting at like 2, 3, 4. So
Just a fun little note. Fun side note. If you have any children that are Titans fans, I just got an ad from NFL Shop, and you can get a youth Nike Marcus Mariota jersey for $4.20.
Stephanie, you can get an official youth jersey, Marcus Mariota, for $4.20 from Nate. Or $4.20, not seconds. Sorry.
20 seconds of your time. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, Framil Reyes has 4 at-bats against Dylan Cease, 2 hits, one of them being a double, 2 strikeouts. That's awesome. Anyways.
We're back.
So, Cleveland Indians team total. The over-under on here is 8.5. Interesting. So, it's not 8, it's 8.5. The Cleveland Indians are at 3.5 minus 115. I'm going to say everyone should look into that. Cleveland Indians team total over 3.5. They do lay into Dylan Cease quite a bit. He is known for giving up occasional shells. I do like that. I do like that line. maybe stay away from the game total. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that game. I do like the overs. The over at 8.5 scares me a little more than 8, but hey, gotta pay for it. Moving on though. Again, Indians team total over or the game total over on that one.
It is 8 on DraftKings too.
Is it 8 on
and
DraftKings?
BetUS as well.
Okay. For some reason, Barstool has it at 8.5. Anyways,
It's good odds too. Minus 105 on BetUS, minus 115 on DraftKings.
is it minus
So,
115? What?
yeah.
What the hell, Barstool? So yeah, I like the over 8. Not so much the over 8.5. It gets a little testy, but I like the Indians team total. I think they get 4. Next game of the day, we're still in the 7-10s. Boy, we got a lot of games left. Paulo Espino of the Washington Nationals at plus 160 going against Sonny Gray of the Cincinnati Reds at minus 160. I told everyone, like we've been saying for everything, just like the chat's been saying, don't bet on the Reds. Washington Nationals came in at a plus 170 yesterday and took it away from the Reds 3-2. We did have the over in that game. That was unfortunate. Finally, who was it? Patty Corbin yesterday. He finally had a good game. Of course, when we take the over, but oh well. Paulo Espino is 5-5, 3.94 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 3.0 average innings pitched. His earned run log, he's been great the last 2 games. 6 innings and 5.2 innings, 0 and 1 earned run. Before that, 5-2, 1-3, 5-1, 6-1. He either kind of has it or he doesn't kind of thing. Hasn't given a home run in his last 2 games. I like the Nats today too, fading the Reds is money. Honestly, it really is. Strikeouts very consistent at 6 and 7. What is Paulo Espino's strikeouts at? Because they have been letting him go longer and longer recently. He was really only a 4 to 5 innings pitch guy. In his last 5 starts, he's 5, 5.1, 5, 6, and 5.2. So
it's 4.5 at Super Juice minus 145.
I would take it.
Yeah.
It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been 6 games since he missed that mark.
Sometimes it's just Super Juice for a reason, and you have to accept that.
And the Reds' offense is not a disciplined strikeout team. Sonny Gray, 7-8, 3.84 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 5.1 average innings pitched. On the surface, very similar stats for these 2 pitchers. On base percentage 293. His earned run log. Now this is all 5 to 7 innings, so a little bit different here. 3.222, 0.0, 3.241. Has given up a home run in 3 of his last 4 games. 4 home runs total. And one of them was multiple. Strikeouts 5.68, 3.65, 2.877. So a little bit of consistency, kind of. I would be staying away from this game. Obviously, a sprinkle on the Nationals is always worth it. Always worth it against the Reds because the Reds are just that team. I will say though, I really like that strikeout prop.
I got two little nugs just for everybody here. One, if you remember yesterday, the underdog had won in the last 5 national games. That is now the last 6.
Yep.
So that streak keeps going on. And I just like the over here on a personal note.
Yeah.
Over 9.
Yeah,
I think
feel
they're
like
due for it.
They hit the over almost every time, and I have said this in a couple group chats before. When we pick overs and it doesn't happen, I swear the over hits the next game at like an 80% clip. It is ridiculous how often we'll take an over, it won't hit, and the next day it'll just get smashed alive. With these 2 pitchers, I actually have a little bit of confidence in Paulo Espino, so I'm not going to take the over, actually. I think the national sprinkle is worth it a little bit. Very interesting, too. The Reds have a full-on parlay line, a complete parlay line. They're sitting at minus 180. They got 64% of tickets and only 40% of money. That means that everyone's parlaying Reds today. Don't be that person, 1. Also, recognize that line and plan accordingly. The Reds could get up early and throw this game away, or the Nationals could just smack them in the face right off the rip. Nats team total over is always a solid bet, even if it doesn't hit. It's always a solid bet. Today. Even in the game yesterday where they didn't score a lot of runs, they were at 3. They missed it by half a run. Nationals almost always coming in at 3.5, and their bats are quite incredible. Why are they taking the Reds? They haven't proven anything. Now, it's not as egregious of a stack on a Reds today as it has been, but it is still that parlay line that we talk about. It's where the tickets are a huge difference from the money, and that normally means that people are just throwing them in parlays, which, hey, I don't blame you, but when everyone else is doing it, it is just a recipe for disaster. Once again, do not take the Reds today. Worth a sprinkle on Nationals. Worth a sprinkle on Nationals team total over.
Maybe a little alt line Nationals.
I would think. I would think. I don't think they get
type deal because just looking at the season in their heads-to-heads, they've won 2. The 2 they lost were 3-0 and 2-1. Like they should keep it right in there.
Right in. Yeah, I think taking the alt line for Washington as far as we can, we'll find a couple others with that too.
I think I'm gonna
really
put
solid.
together a nice over under, take a bunch of overs, bring them down, and get some plus money.
Next game of the
That's
day.
my plan for the evening.
Remember, Espino over 4.5 Ks as well. I know it's juiced, but put a unit and a half on it to cover the juice. He should absolutely smack that. Next game of the day, also, we're still in 7-10s. We still got 3 more 7-10 games. Carlos Hernandez and the Kansas City Royals at -110 going against Casey Mize and the Detroit Tigers at -110. So this game is a pick'em. Carlos Hernandez is 6-2, 3.9 ERA with a 1.3 WHIP, 3.2 average innings pitched. His earned run log 7.0201 Not a huge home run guy. Does give up a lot of walks, so not great control. Strikeouts are down a little bit, and hits are definitely up. He goes anywhere between 4 and 6 innings. Occasionally, let him go 7 if he's doing really well. Occasionally, they'll pull him out if he's not doing well. But 4 to 6 is pretty much what you can expect from Carlos Hernandez. Casey Mize, 7-8, 3.64 ERA, the 1.14 WHIP, 5.0 average innings pitched. Does anyone know if Casey Mize is still on a limited pitch count? I know he was the last game. I don't know if that was a full season kind of thing or if that was just a limited time thing. But I think he's still a limited pitch count. He's gone 3, 2, and 3 innings in his last 3. So obviously that affects strikeouts, affects everything. Earned run log 1.3030, 2.3404. Since they started limiting his pitch count, it's 3.23 and 1.30 earned runs with 3, 2, and 2 strikeouts. So I don't think we'll see Casey Mize for very long today. Something to plan for. I had to check FanDuel, and they have an odds boost for Reds and White Sox to win at +200. So you're saying that we're taking the Nationals today, is what I'm hearing. We're definitely taking the Nationals then, and the White Sox with Dylan Cease. Hey, buy the Nationals as far as you can get them, and buy the Cleveland Indians as far as you can get them for alt lines, and I think you might be sitting pretty nice. I have a feeling. But anyways, this game, man, I'm not sure. I really don't know what to do with this game. Over-under set at 9, which is a pretty solid line, I would think. Both team totals over 4.5. I don't see a lot. I don't have a good feeling for this game. Wind coming back at about 9 miles an hour, kind of like this. I don't think I got much for this game. I'll check pitcher versus batter real quick, just see if anything sticks out. Holy shit. Okay, that's not many at bat. I was going to say Carlos Hernandez gets destroyed by Detroit, but there's not many at bats. It's not a great sample size to be able to tell. But the Kansas City Royals do kind of wreck Casey Mize, and there is a good sample size for this one.
Adalberto.
Yeah. Yeah? Is that what you're feeling?
I'm feeling it. He's 1 for 1 in homers against the Tigers.
He's 1 for 1. I like it. Also, Salvi Perez, who's going to be my Corey Dickerson today. Salvi Perez. This man is going gonzo bonzo beans today. 14 at-bats against KC, 7 hits, 1 double, 1 home run, only 1 strikeout, 4 ribbies, 500 average, 533 on-base percentage, 786 slugging, 1.3 OPS. Salvi is going gonzo today. Also, Nicky Lopez, someone to look at, 10 at-bats, 5 hits, one of them being a double, 0 strikeouts. So I would say Salvi, banger today. Absolute slanger today. And then Nicky Lopez is a little hidden gem there too as well. Not really hidden, but is Braxton say the Royals are live today? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not going to take any line in this game, but I will say Salvi is he might go gonzo today. He might be. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, let's move on to the next game though, because we have another 7-10 game, and it is the Miami Marlins with Edward Cabrera on the mound at +230 on the road, going against David Robertson and the Tampa Bay Rays at -270 at home. Cabrera's 0-2, 5.31 ERA, 1.62 WHIP, 4.0 average innings pitched. He's only given us 20 innings, though, across 5 games. Earned run log 0.2433, and this is anywhere between 2 and 6 innings, so really not a good feel. He gives up almost a home run a game in the 5 that he actually does give up a home run a game. He had a good outing last outing, 4 innings, 5 hits, 0 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 0 home runs. But other than that, he has been a decently attackable pitcher. Wouldn't be too worried about him shutting out the Tampa Bay Rays, as the Tampa Bay Rays bats, I guess they haven't been overly consistent. Neither has the Tampa Bay Rays, to be totally honest. So interesting there. David Robertson is 0-0, 5.63 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, 1 average inning pitched. On base percentage of 364. He literally only goes 1 inning every single time, and he's given up he's gone 0-2, 0-0-2, 0-0-1, 0. Giving up 1 home run across that, so he's only going 1 inning. He's given us 7 innings this year, so definitely not a great sample size. I think he could get shelled around. So big bullpen game for the Rays today. Now the Rays do have a good bullpen, so something to watch for there. Over under set at 8.5. What are you feeling for that? You have anything in particular that you like there?
It's tough. I feel like maybe a week and a half ago I would have loved the over, but the Rays have gotten shaky.
They've gotten shaky.
They used to be such a nice. Now
I will say that Marlins bats have heated up a little bit.
True.
5-1, 8-6, 3-1, 8-2, 3-3. And more than that, which was the hardest part about betting on the Marlins game, is because their pitching was so good for a while. That was kind of their crutch that could keep them through. Pitching in Marlins last 10, 7, 7, 7, 5, 6, 2, 6, 8, 0, 5. Definitely not where they want to be. The Rays bat 7-2-6-0, 3-7-5, 3-2-1, so there's a lot of inconsistency there. Their pitching has been okay. But man, I really want to take the over in this game.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's a bad bet. 2 of their 3 matchups have gone over this year. Furthermore, in addition to the last 6 Marlins Rays games in Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, have gone over.
Okay.
6 for 6.
Okay. Also, we've got a nice hot day, 85 degrees, 63% humidity, 8 miles an hour wind going straight at today. So I do like the over in this game. I think that the Tampa Bay Rays are going to get us there. And the Marlins might put up some runs today. You never know. Rays have been shaky. They have not looked overly impressive. So there is that. Hang on. Let me. By the way, Juan Soto. I don't know why I didn't say this before. Juan Soto. Not only is he on fire, but against Sonny Gray, 8 at-bats, 4 hits, 1 dinger, only 1 strikeout. He's been walked twice with 3 ribbies, got 2 runs. That's a 500 average, 600 on-base percentage, 875 slugging, and 1.4 OPS.
Alberto Mondesi, plus 600 home run. I'm telling you.
All right, I'm listening. I'm ready for it. Give
With
it
a
to me.
name like Adalberto, you're about to send that through the window of a CVS and knock out some poor guy trying to get his vaccination. I'm telling you.
This is true. Which game was I looking at again? Oh, yeah. Someone's going Gonzo, by the way, in Miami, Tampa Bay. I don't know who it is. Maybe Brandon Lowe, maybe Nelson
let's
Cruz.
take a look. Maybe we should get it.
But the over in this game for sure.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I almost kind of want to lay the Tampa Bay Rays team total over. If they would have been more consistent, I would have done it.
Yeah.
But let's move on. I like the over in that game.
There's not a lot of. They just have not seen a lot of each other this season.
Yeah.
It's hard to make an educated player prop bet. Which we're all about.
Yankees at Boston today seriously, this is the number 1 game of the day. Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees at -125, going against Nathan Iavaldi of the Boston Red Sox at +105 at home. Absolute must-win games for both of these teams. The Boston Red Sox do not want to drop an entire game to the Yankees. They want to get the home field advantage in the wild card game. They do not want to have to go to Yankee Stadium to play there. And also they want to hold on to this because if the Blue Jays make a run and the Red Sox end up losing a lot of games here, they could find themselves being on the outside looking in. And it'll be Yankees-Blue Jays in a wild card game. So very much must-win games for both of these teams. Garrett Cole, obviously 15-8, 3.03 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 6.0 average innings pitched. But we don't know what fucking Garrett Cole we're going to get. We have no idea. This man's earned run log, 7-1-2-1-0-0-1-7-3-1. So pretty consistent until he gives up the damn sevens that he normally does. All of a sudden, sporadically, he just gives up 7 earned runs. Strikeouts, don't bet on it. It is so sporadic. 7-7-2, 15, 9-6, 9-10, 8-11. Walks are down a little bit. Home runs, he gave up 2 the last game when he was getting shelled around. But other than that, he gives up 1 every once in a while. He's not hitting his strikeout line of 7.5. I'm convinced. Like I said, I have no idea at this point what this man's going to do. Nathan Iavaldi, 10-8, 3.58 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. What's up?
I just smacked my face with the
Oh, I thought your phone said something that you were.
No, I went.
On base percentage of 290 for Nathan Iavaldi. His earned run log 310-320-2175. So he's actually been a pretty solid pitcher. Anywhere from 5 to 7 innings. Strikeouts have been electric, actually. What is Nathan Iavaldi's strikeouts at? Because his strikeouts 8-9, 8-9, 7-7, 6-10, 4.
6.5 at plus 105.
You're kidding.
No, I am not.
That wouldn't be a very funny joke, Eric.
It wouldn't.
You know I'm more of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of.
Yankees are the 8th most struck out team. Nathan Iavaldi has been throwing some heat. Now I could be wrong. Absolutely not. Nathan Iavaldi is not on a limited pitch count, right? I'm not stupid. I'm not blanking on that, right? I don't want to make sure because that is a ridiculous strikeout line that should be slammed. What was it again?
6.5 at plus
100?
A little more, I believe. Yeah, plus 105.
Yeah, that is Iavaldi over 6.5 Ks. He has hit that.
He's hit that in his last 5, 100% of the time.
He's hit that in his last 6, 100% of the time.
Oh.
And then the 7th game that he didn't get it was against Boston, where he only got 6, but that's just 1 short. Or, sorry, against the Yankees, where he only got 6. In the game before that, he got 10. Like, I don't understand why that line is the way it is. Other than that, I am not freaking touching this game, except for maybe the under. Did you? Let's go. Let's go.
Yes,
the under. It's the under. It's the under. It's the under.
The under is my favorite thing in this game. I'll tell you why. It's going to get hammered on the over because they average 10.8 runs per game in Boston. But that doesn't matter here. You got Garrett Cole playing for his life. And the Yankees, for some reason, don't put up that many runs.
They're not anymore.
It doesn't make any sense, but they don't. They had a little whoop and then back down to where they were. They're 19th in the MLB in runs per game.
Boston has been putting up
Now
a
Boston
shitload
is
of runs.
4th in runs per game. They average over 5. But also important to remember.
I mean, they were going against Anderson and Gonzalez and Aiken and Lowther and Wells and Stroman and Walker. There's a reason why the Boston bats have been so good at it.
And here's the thing. I'm not sure past the last 5 games because I don't feel like looking at it. What am I? But the
What am I,
last
a
5 have
researcher?
all been under and 1 push. 7, 9, push.
Yes, I do see
8, 2, 7.
I do see that. Actually, the
How's
last
it go
1,
past
2,
that?
3, 4. So they have gone under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their last 7 games. And no, actually,
Me gusta.
they have gone under 8 of their last 10 games with 1 over and 1 push.
There
So,
you go.
Now,
Under that 9 line or just under the game line?
under the game line.
Okay.
A push at 10. There was an 11 in there. The over was actually at 8, so that still would have gone under this line.
Yeah.
And I think in a crucial game where I think Garrett
I think
Cole.
the pitchers
I
are
think
gonna
Garrett
be the
Cole.
ones-
Yeah, I think Garrett Cole does well. I think Nathan Iavaldi
I think they're going to
does
be in
well.
control of this.
This is very much a playoff game to them, and I told you when pitchers get in playoff mode, they start fist pumping, they start throwing some fucking heat out there. I'm sure Garrett Cole is licking his chops in this one, and Nathan Iavaldi's like, "Hey, I'm gonna shit on the Yankees today." So
They had it coming.
definitely the under. If you don't like it, buy it up in an alt line and then buy down one of the overs that we've been talking about.
What is going on?
I don't know. There is like literal 1,000 construction workers sitting outside our house
Actually,
on top of
sitting
our
on the
rooftop.
roof. Yeah, sitting on the roof.
Just ridiculous.
Not our roof, our neighbor's roof that connects to the roof that's attached to my room. at 8 a.m.
All right.
I haven't woken up this early in a while, but I woke up feeling refreshed. So I just sat there
That's good.
because there was someone hitting a hammer against.
Well, I get woken up at 6 a.m. every morning due to the fucking dog down there. Sorry, good show, freaking dog. Anyways, next game is the doubleheader of Jack Flaherty and St. Louis Cardinals at -179 going against the Chicago Cubs and Zach Davies at +160.
Zach attack.
Jack Flaherty is 9-2, 3.08 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 5.1 average innings pitched. Earned run log 4.2022320031. Besides the 2-inning game that he gave us last time for 4 earned runs, he's been pretty solid, going 5 to 6 innings most games. Lots of home runs though. He's given up 6 home runs in his last 4 games, 4 home runs in his last 2 games, and a home run in 5 of his last 6 games. So definitely could be a dinger. There could be dingers on Jack Flaherty today. Now he is going against Zach Davies, who is 6-11, 5.49 ERA with a 1.56 WHIP, 4.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of .357, earned run log 4.5612407007. Also loves to give up home runs. Listen to this pissmissile log: 0.1201411302. Wow, he's given up 3 walks in his last 3 games. Strikeouts are down. Zach Davies might get crunched for this one.
Yeah.
Definitely think the Cardinals win this one, the second one. Also, we've got 70 degrees in this game, 50% humidity, and 19 miles an hour wind going straight at. So let's check some player or pitcher. God, every single fucking time, dude. Freaking time. Sorry.
This is your malfunctioning.
I'm Ian Happ to hit a dinger in the second game. Absolutely. Also, Wilson Contreras, 21 at-bats, 6 hits, 1 of them a dinger. Let's see who else we've got. Because the Cardinals absolutely rip into Zach Davies. 326 average, 404 on-base percentage, 543 slugging, and 947 OPS with a 411 Wnba. Hey, if you don't know what those statistics mean, it means that Zach Davies sucks against the St. Louis Cardinals is what it means. This is Harrison Bader. 9 at-bats, 5 hits, 1 double, 1 home run. Give me a Harrison Bader dinger today. Also, Matt Carpenter, 28 at-bats, 13 hits. Oh, my God. Matt Carpenter. Someone tell me what Matt Carpenter home run is at, because we're taking it. 28 at-bats, 13 hits, 4 of them doubles, 3 of them dingers. 8 runs, 5 ribbies, 6 times he's been walked, 6 strikeouts. Oh, my Lord. This man just clobbers the ball against Zach Davies. And with this win tonight, whoo! Give me Matt Carpenter. Matt Carpenter dinger for days. And I also like Harrison Bader. And then you can't count out Paulie G at this point either. This is gonna be a fun one. I know it's only 7 innings. But Matt Carpenter is our guy today. I am taking that for sure. And I'm sure Ian Happ will hit one too because Stephanie said it. So, but other than that, I can't play the over in a 7-inning game.
Nah.
I think it'll hit, but I cannot play the over in a 7-inning game. I can't do it. It's at 8.5. It's just too high.
You know what's grinding my gears right now, dude? I'm trying to put together a little game total parlay. And I can't get any alt lines for the White Sox Indians game, which I really wanted to buy down. They just aren't any.
You could buy Indians instead.
I don't wanna.
All right, fine.
It's an over/under parlay.
Oh, that's true.
It's the theme. It's an art.
All right, moving on. Toronto Blue Jays and Jose Barrios. Barrios, if you want to say it that way. I don't like it that way. I like Cheerios kind of thing.
Cheerios.
Toronto Blue Jays, Jose Barrios -137 on the road, going against Bailey Ober and the Minnesota Twins at +127 at home. Jose is 12-8, 3.45 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 6.0 average innings pitched, 283 on base percentage, earned run log 31230422610. So a little bit of an attackable. Normally goes in his last 5 games, he's been going 6-7 innings. Before that, he was going 3 to 6. Has given up a home run in each of his last 4 games. Also 6 in his last 7. Has given up a home run in 7 of his last 10. So definitely look for a dinger today on good old Jose. Strikeouts are very sporadic. A little bit up, but very sporadic. I wouldn't be taking that. He is going against Bailey Ober of the Twins, who is 2-3, 4.34 ERA with a 1.23 WHIP, 4.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 301. Earned run log 4.322020312. These are all normally 4 innings, sometimes 5, even sometimes 6. Loves to give up the dingers though. Giving up 5 in his last 4 games. He has letting up a home run in 7 of his last 10. So there's definitely home runs coming in this game. Let me look at. Well, they're just not going to give it to me. There it is. I am not taking anyone on the Twins to hit a dinger today, even though Max Kepler might do it. Marcus Semien today. Teoscar Hernandez today. Either one. Marcus Semien or Teoscar Hernandez for the Toronto Blue Jays to hit a dinger.
I like the Teoscar.
You like Teoscar? All right.
Teoscar. How do you say it? Teoscar.
Probably saying it wrong.
Teoscar.
Anyways, over under set at 9. I don't really have a feeling for this. I think the Blue Jays just win this game. Jose is a decent pitcher. However, he used to be a pitcher for the Twins, so look out. I told you, anyone who's been a pitcher for the Twins has a very big capability of. Marcus let me down the other day with his hits prop. Hey, that's why you do it again. You run it back. But no, Blue Jays money line, it is minus 150. I will not be taken by itself. I'll have to find a team to parlay that with. But, yeah. That's all I've got for that one. I don't like any over-unders or team totals or anything on that.
So, now I'm not taking the straight-up line at 9.
Yeah.
But they have been very consistent where they hit. It's been, this year the games went 10, 8, 8, 9.
Interesting.
So I think I might like to buy this one down since they won't let me buy the White Sox down. Please let me buy this one down. They can.
All right. Next game. New York Mets and Tyler McGill at plus 120 on the road, going against Eric Lauer and the Milwaukee Brewers at home, getting minus 144. Tyler McGill 3-5, 4.57 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 5.0 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 310, earned run log 6.2427134441. Piss missile log 1.1214000211. Strikeouts extremely sporadic. Wow, Tyler McGill is a pitcher that we can target today. Eric Lauer is 6-5, 2.86 ERA with a 1.12 WHIP, 5.0 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 277, earned run log 11012311010. Wow, that's really impressive actually. Only giving up 4 home runs in his last 10 games. Looks like walks are pretty consistently low. Strikeouts are pretty consistent as well. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. I am actually going to place a bet on the Brewers money line. Wow.
I think that's a guy like that.
Blue Jays and Brewers.
Who would have thought?
That's a weird. Hey, I don't think I've ever written down those two teams.
See, I've bet on them a couple times. You never do.
I never do. Also, Milwaukee Brewers at sitting over 4.5 might be worth. I think there's a lot of runs from the Brewers today. A lot of runs from the Brewers today. I have a weird feeling. Also, Mets pitching 12, 6, 2, 5, 4, 11, 7, 7, 6, 8. Not good. They've only won 2 of their last 10 games. Brewers have only won 3 of their last 10. Something to look for. But I think they get this one done. Let me see what the line is at. Let me find it. Brewers at 80%, a ticket 77% of money, which is kind of what I figured. But yes, definitely Milwaukee Brewers today, and someone from the Milwaukee Brewers to hit a home run. Definitely. Has to be. Is your stuff just not working over there? Hey. Relax.
I'm raging.
Relax. There's not enough pitcher versus batter data.
There's not enough internet.
The over could be a play in this game.
I know. I wanted to see if I liked it or not.
It's sitting at 8. It could be a play in this game, but Eric Lauer is a very good pitcher. So I'm going to stay away from that one.
Stop booting me off the internet, you rude router.
Yeah, that is kind of rude. Anyways, next game of the day. We have the Colorado Rockies and San Francisco Giants. San Francisco Giants on the road at minus 200 with Alex Wood going against Peter Lambert, and the Colorado Rockies at home getting plus 170. Alex Wood, 10-4, 3.99 ERA with a 1.2 WHIP, 5.1 average innings pitched, on-base percentage of 309. Earned run log 0.222544131. Strikeouts very inconsistent, but stay a little bit high. Home runs, he's given up 4 of his last 10. Walks very low. Alex Wood is not the guy that we want to be banking on, but Peter Lambert has not pitched since 2019. So I don't know what to do with this one. I'm going to stay away from this one. I would not be betting on San Francisco Giants, especially with Colorado Rockies at home. I have to pee so bad. I will sprint and I will be back, but I'm staying away from this game. Sean, take it away.
Okay. Bye, Eric. All right, now that he's gone, I'm going to tell you, here's a secret parlay that Eric can't know about, all right? Secret Fella 2 parlay, don't tell Eric. Pirates, Phillies over 6.5. Marlins, Rays over 6.5. Blue Jays, Twins over 6.5. That's a plus 150 hit right there, and I love it. I love it. So don't say I never did anything for you, unless it doesn't hit, in which case maybe you can say that. Anyway, Giants, Rockies. Now, Giants, Rockies is going to be one of those ones, especially in Denver, Colorado, where, you got that over-under at 12. And normally I like to fade those overs and go with the under because it's just purely based on the... Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I even washed my hands too.
Wow. You did not sing Happy Birthday twice. Happy birthday, happy birthday. It might have been fat. Maybe if you sang it really fast.
It was not twice. Whew. Wow, do I feel better. I feel like I could go for another 2 hours. Whew. Anyways, this game, let's get a deeper look into it now that I can think straight. By the way, San Francisco Giants, you would have now made $4,000 betting on their money line with $100 every single game this season. $4,000 because of how undervalued this team always is. I'm going to do something that I normally don't say in this game with the Giants. Colorado Rockies. Sprinkle the money line.
You really think so?
I really think so. Alex Wood is not that impressive. I know he's 10-4. I know he's got decent stats, but he kind of gets shelled. Besides, he doesn't go for that many innings. He goes 4 to 6. He lets up 2 to 4. I think the Rockies have a chance at winning this one. And remember, Rockies at home are not to be messed with. Not to be messed with. Maybe even buy the Rockies alt line all the way down. They're going to score runs. We all know the Rockies can score a lot of runs, especially in Colorado. It is no mystery. Rockies play so much better at home. Not as drastic as it once was. They are 25-52 on the road, and they are 46-29 at home. So they play a lot better at home. Now, I will say that the Giants play great on the road. They play just as good on the road as they do at home. But I think you can buy down the Rockies to probably 3.5 in this game and be sitting pretty comfortably. Alex Wood and now this Lambert guy, we know very little about. Hasn't pitched for 2 years. But normally if you bring a pitcher back after 2 years, you know he's ready to go. You don't just kind of throw him in there and just, hey, good luck. So I think buying the Rockies down or buying the Rockies line as far as you can get it in an alt line might be the play for that.
Yeah, the Rockies, for the record, are way better at home.
Yes.
As asked. Just as a little comparison, the Giants on the road are 50-28.
Yeah.
The Rockies on the road are 25-52.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
Ouch.
The Giants at home are 49-26. The Rockies at home are 46-29.
That's pretty damn similar. They are very good at it. It's weird. It's that Rockies. It's that air, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just that air. Anyways, also I think buying that line down as far as you can get it for the over is a solid play because these games always seem to go around that 12 range.
Yeah,
and
normally I'm telling you, I don't like that. But between these two, it has been hitting.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah, they averaged 10.8 a game in the park. The over, it was 11 on September 8th. Before that was 15, then 15, and those were all the ones in Colorado. So.
Yeah. Next game of the day. We are in the 9 o'clock games now. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Seattle Mariners at minus 135 on the road, going against Jose Suarez and the LA Angels at home, getting plus 110. Once my computer loads, I will tell you the stats. Thank you, computer. Logan Gilbert is 6-5, 4.74 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 5.0 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 291. His earned run log 1-2-2-0-5-9-5-2-3-4. So last 4 games, very, very solid Logan Gilbert. The 6 games before that, not solid at all Logan Gilbert. Even in his games that he's been playing well, he still gives up home runs. Definitely gave up a lot of home runs when he wasn't playing well. Walks very low, strikeouts very consistently around the 5 range. Someone's going to hit a home run on this man today. I don't know who, but someone's going to. Jose Suarez is 7-8, 3.67 ERA with a 1.25 WHIP, 4.1 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 303. Earned run log 3-1-1-2-3-2-4-3-4-4. Strikeouts very sporadic. Home runs was letting up a lot, but in his last 4 games he's only let up 1. Walks can get high, but it's inconsistent. And strikeouts very inconsistent. I know we've been on a big Mariners tear, but when they are favored in a game, it is not the time to take them. I don't know what it is about this team, but when they're underdogged, they win. When they're favorites, they don't win. It's just the way it goes. They've won a lot of games, though. They've won their last 5, 6 out of their last 7. They're playing well. They just don't win games when they're favored.
I'll tell you 2 things I do like, though, and they are on the Mariners' side, but they don't have to win. Some first 5 action.
Okay.
The first 5 minus a half run line.
Okay.
Which it's a different case than your full game run lines, because they're normally minus a half a run. You can get that at plus money.
Okay.
Plus 105. But what I really like is the Mariners team total over first 5. It's a 2.5, but it's at plus 125.
Interesting.
And I think they put up 3 on Logan Gilbert.
Kyle Seager to go bomb town today. Absolutely gonna crank one out of the park. Kyle Seager dinger today. Stamp it, timestamp it right now. Kyle Seager bomb town today. Man is immortal versus Jose Suarez. Other than that, I don't really have a prop for this one. JP Crawford always throwing his name in there. Bats okay against Jose Suarez. It's always worth a look. But no, Kyle Seager for sure. For sure. Other than that, I got nothing on this one. The over-under set at 8. I think that's a pretty good line. I do not trust Angels bats at all. They do not have solid bats. And like I said, when the Mariners get a favorited, I tend to just look away, stay away. For some reason, they just can't. They're not that good when they're favorited. But we move on. 9:40 game. Zach Greinke and the Houston Astros going against Frankie Montas and the Oakland A's. And for the first time in a long time, the Houston Astros are dogs. First time in a long time. Houston Astros on the road at plus 100. So that's interesting. Or about plus 100. Zach Greinke, 11-6, 4.11 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 291. Earned run log 5-7-6-2-1-0-3-4-1-2. Giving up a lot of home runs. Actually, he's given up a lot of home runs in general. 8 of his last 10 games, he's given a home run, including a 3 home run game and a 4 home run game. Walks are mildly low. Strikeouts very sporadic, very low. Clearly losing some control here. I'd say Zach Greinke is someone I'm willing to fade.
I have no idea why the over-under is this low.
I don't either. Frankie Montas, 12-9, 3.57 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. On base percentage 297. Earned run log 0.41300330. That's probably why it's so low, is because he does have a lot. In his last 10 games, he has gone 4 times where he has gone 7 innings and given 0 earned runs. So pretty impressive. However, his walks in the last 4 games have been up. His strikeouts normally hover right around the 7 range. I'm kind of with you. I don't know why. Also, Oakland A's team total over 3.5. And let's remember this Oakland A's bullpen now with Frankie Montas going possibly 7 innings. That's only 1 or 2 innings of bullpen action here. But I got Stephanie in the back of my mind going A's bullpen, A's bullpen, A's bullpen, and I just don't know how much bullpen we're gonna see in this game. But I would think the over 8 is just mint sitting there. I love that line. I'm going to lay it down. Astros bats have also become a lot more consistent as of late. Their bats in the last 10 are 2, 9, 10, 10, 7, 4, 4, 12, 7, 1. Pitching for Oakland has been okay. Bats have been relatively smaller, but all they need to get is 4, really, and we're going to be there. 4 or 5, and we're going to be there. And Greinke could pull out all the stops today since he's had 3 bad games in a row, but I just don't see it happening. Don't see it happening. Not on the road, not against Oakland. Yeah, I think just the over in this game. That's all I got. My computer's not working now, so.
No.
That's working again.
I was gonna shoot, but we'll holster.
All right. Next game, we got 2 MLB games left, and then we'll talk briefly about WNBA Sunday and briefly about NFL Sunday. Maybe a little college action too, but I don't like college football this year. It just doesn't feel good. Profitable. Yeah. It's just not fun. Not fun to watch. So many bad games. Anyways, 9:40. Tony Gonsolin and the LA Dodgers on the road at -235 going against Humberto Castellanos. Castellanos. At home getting +195. Tony Gonsolin. 3-1, 2.93 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 3.2 average innings pitched. On base percentage of when my laptop decides 328. Earned run log 3-0-1-2-0-3-1-0-0. He's only given up a home run in 3 of his last 10 games. There is no predicting how many innings he's going to go for. I see 1.2 on this list. I see 3.1 on this list. I see 2.1. I see 5. I see 3. I see 4. Basically, he's not going over 5. But he could go anywhere between 1 and 5. No idea. Strikeouts extremely sporadic, obviously, with the innings. Walks extremely sporadic, kind of high at times, too. Definitely a pitcher that you can target a little bit for the Dodgers. Going against Humberto Castellanos. 2-1, 4.11 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 3 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 322. Earned run log 3-3-5-1-0-0-1-0-2-1, and those 0-0-1-2-1s are all across 1 and 2 innings. And then once he starts going 5.1, 3.2, 5.1, and 5 innings, there's the earned runs that come out. Also giving up a home run in 3 of his last 3 games, including 4 total. Before that, wasn't giving up much, but he also wasn't going that many innings. So strikeouts have gone up since he gets more time, obviously, and walks are pretty consistently low. I feel like a lot of runs are coming, but the over-under is set at 10, and I don't like that. I think this is just a stay-away game in general.
I agree.
I don't like this. Someone on the Dodgers will probably hit a home run. His name might be Will Smith, not the actor, the baseball player. Other than that, I don't have a lot of information on this game, so I think it's just a stay-away game. We got lucky with the Dodgers money line last night where they came back and down 5-4 going into the top of the 9th, and they get a little run to get them even, and then 2 runs in the top of the 10th to win it and hit our parlay. Thank God. But yeah, I think this is a stay-away game. And honestly, I wouldn't take a lot of props in this one either because there's just not a lot of data. Next game, do you have a pitcher listed for the Padres in the next game by chance? Because I do not.
No.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, these late games, they don't get determined until later on.
And it says it's a game 2.
Dalvin Cook did not practice again today. Wednesday and Thursday practice he was due to an ankle injury. He left the field after stretching. Carson Wentz is out on the field today.
Told you he's fine.
Zach called.
Everyone thought I was memeing around. He's fine.
T. Higgins is doubtful. And DeAndre Hopkins, because of his ribs, was not on the field during the practice today. Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown were at practice today. Just so everyone knows, little fantasy implications. This game has Max Fried in it. Or Fried, whatever you want to say it. It's Fried, I'm pretty sure. 12-7, 3.31 ERA, 1.16.
Is this like a rescheduled game too, or like?
I have no idea. Max Fried is a great pitcher. Definitely don't fade him. We don't know what the line's going to be in this, so whoever the Padres put up, expect Atlanta Braves to play him tough. But other than that, I don't have anything for you.
Nah, this is the worst kind of game.
Yeah, no. Let's jump right into the WNBA because I want to talk about some WNBA. Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me. Can you show me the? We don't even have lines yet.
I mean, it is Sunday and it is the WNBA.
Yeah, but we already know the matchups.
Yeah, but I don't think a single.
Oh, we can get
person's bet on
NFL.
it
We
yet.
can get the NFL a week ahead of time. You can't give me WNBA 2 days ahead of time. This is some
That's
horse
exactly
shit.
what I'm saying.
This is some horse shit. What a comeback from the Mercury last night. Yes, what a comeback. Thank you, Mercury. Last leg of all of our parlays, I'm pretty sure. Isaac, we had Dodgers, Panthers, and Mercury at plus money, and that was a bit of a sweat. But, hey, we got there. I'm going to see if Barstool has WNBA lines up yet. I hope they do. They don't. What the hell? All right, anyways. Don't worry. The ones who are actually educated in the WNBA know what's going on. Let me get to their schedule real quick. I don't know what times they're playing at on Sunday. Yeah, and the ones that are actually educated don't know what times. It is 3 and 5 o'clock on Sunday Eastern Standard Time. We have the Phoenix Mercury going against the Seattle Storm, in which should be. I mean, I don't know how you top last night's game for the Mercury and Liberty. That was just.
But they might.
13 lead changes, 10 times the game was tied last night. It was absolutely electric. But you have Diana Taurasi, and you have Brittany Griner, and you've got Skylar Diggins-Smith and Sophie Cunningham going against Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart. Like, this game is going to be absolutely incredible. There's no line on it right now. I'm going to guess, the Storm come out as 2.5-point favorites. That is my prediction for this. Man, I don't know what to do with this game. So there's one side where it's Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. Hot team. Almost lost to the New York Liberty. I think that's probably a little wake-up call. Diana Taurasi wasn't playing, so that is a factor. But probably a little shot in the mouth there. You almost lost to a 12-20 team to get eliminated from the playoffs. A very young team, too. So a little bit of a wake-up call there. And on the other side, you have probably the most experienced playoff team right now. The Seattle Storm with Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart, gold medal, like everything. Just everything. Seattle Storm at home. This is just going to be a great game, and I honestly don't know what to do with it. I think the Mercury has a very good chance to win this game. Seattle Storm haven't looked good, but it is playoff time.
The Mercury are hotter, but the Storm are better.
Mercury hotter, Storm better, and Storm
More talented.
Storm more talented, yes. And Storm have been here.
Right.
They know what to do. They've won the titles. They've been here before. They have tons of experience. And it's probably a wake-up call. Hey, we have sucked this last part of the season. Let's wake the fuck up. Like, it is time to get going because if we lose, we done.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome matchup. Going to be a great game. I'm waiting for the lines to come out, and VIP will definitely have those lines in it. The other game is at 5 o'clock and is going to be just as electric. Yeah, Chicago Sky and Candace Parker, who just molly-whopped the floor with the Dallas Wings last night. Just smack them across the face. And then you got the Lynx, who also have been here before.
True.
They also have the Sylvia Fowles, just a beast, rebound queen. Like, it is just, both of these games are going to be so freaking good. I cannot wait to watch them. I cannot wait to see what the lines come out at. I have a feeling the Lynx are only going to be favored very, very small. I don't think this is going to be a big line at all. It's going to be damn near pick 'em, I have a feeling. And these two teams have gone to war this season. These two teams have been back and forth against each other. Candace Parker has a good game, and then Sylvia Fowles has a good game, and it's just two great playoff games on Sunday. If you're not watching, you're a stooge. If you're not watching because it's just the WNBA, you're a double stooge. Two great games. I honestly have no predictions for this right now until I see lines to get closer.
Predict when you don't know what to predict.
Yeah, I know, right? But I think the Lynx can take it. But the Sky are just...
They looked good.
When they look good, they are on. They are absolutely on. This is going to be two great games. Very excited to watch these. And if it's anything like the game last night, holy shit, we are in for a fun...
What a treat.
We're in for a fun WNBA playoffs, and I'm genuinely excited. Not only because this is our first season really going into WNBA, and I'm just excited to see what happens next. Now, as a Lynx, as someone who's known about the Lynx, I know a little bit more about the WNBA in my past because, well, let's be honest, it's the only Minnesota team that's won a championship in the last 30-something years. So, know them a little bit, but it's just going to be electric to watch, and I'm very excited. Playoff basketball is playoff basketball.
Truly.
Playoffs to playoffs.
Can't argue with that.
It's fun stuff. And, boy, that game was mean last night. You should have seen the fouls out there, the dirtiness. Oh, it was so good. So good. I love playoffs. But that's it for WNBA. Let's jump into just a little bit college football, NFL predictions for this weekend. I have a new strategy in college football.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I look for 2 to 4 point dogs at home. It has been working, and then I go money line on them. It has been working great. I hit Bowling Green last week. Was the one team that really had that line for me. And then when the percentages are also stacked against them, I love it. Like this one. Saturday at 9 o'clock, New Mexico versus UTEP. I'll be taking UTEP. +1. Their money line is +100, I think. Yeah, about +100. 72% of tickets, 70% on New Mexico. On the road going against UTEP. Just give me a UTEP money line. That is one of them. And Boston College, no, they're getting too much money. Mississippi State, no, they're getting too much money. Who else do we have on this list? Tulane is an interesting pick. 3.5 point favorites at home, but Tulane has been really impressive so far this year. They stuck it to Oklahoma State. They've been playing well. So Tulane, keep them on your eye. 3.5 point favorites at home. See, here it is. Toledo versus Ball State on Saturday. Ball State, 5 point underdogs at home, getting 15% of tickets, only 26% of money against Toledo. Toledo just came off a game that they should have won. They didn't look very good at all. Ball State +5 at home on Saturday. And then, I'm not going Stanford. I don't trust that team. But yeah, just some games. So let's see, what was it? Tulane, Ball State, and UTEP. 3 teams to keep your eyes on. I don't like messing with the big games. I just don't. It's too sporadic. Big Ten is the worst conference to bet on in football, by the way. Actually, worst conference to bet on in football and college basketball. The hardest to predict. Big Ten football and basketball is so sporadic, so inconsistent. Very, very, very hard to predict. And as a season ticket member of the Golden Gophers, I can promise you that the Golden Gophers will find a way to screw something up all the time. You got anything for college football?
No. I have something we can do for NFL, though.
Yeah?
I think we should just, right now, off the dome, don't even look. Don't even pull it up. Or you can pull it out. But I'm just to read the teams in the spread, and we just say, first one to come to mind.
Yep.
No discussion, next one.
Go. Ready?
All right. Ravens, Lions. Ravens getting -8.
Lions.
Me too.
+8.
Yep.
Not.
Yeah. Cardinals, Jags. Cardinals getting -7.5.
Cardinals.
Football team, Bills. Football team getting +7.
Oof.
That's a good one. I think Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is turning out pretty good here.
Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers getting +7. Chiefs getting minus.
Chargers.
Chiefs. I think Chiefs.
Really?
I think they're pissed.
That spread is so ugly, and knowing the Chiefs and how they cover the spread, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay. Honestly, I'm gonna stay away from that game though. I don't want to bet on that. That is ugly. I understand the Chiefs are pissed and it's September, but that's a scary line.
Bears, Browns. Bears getting +7. A lot of 7s. I'm going Browns, though.
I'm going Browns with Justin Fields out there.
Yeah, I think he could be.
He is going to get crunched.
He might get knocked around. Andy Dalton did die.
Also going to be over sacks in that game probably, too.
Yeah. Bengals, Steelers. Bengals getting +3. Steelers.
That's a tough one, though. I probably won't lay money on that one either.
Really? That's what I think.
You like that one a lot?
I mean, you know how I feel about the Steelers this year.
Interdivision, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Colts, Titans. Colts getting +5.5.
Carson Wentz does sound like he's healthy, but Titans are a scary team to bet against right now.
I don't know. I have no idea what to think about either of those teams. This is one of the toughest ones. I'm going to take the tie. No, just kidding. I'll go
Titans.
I was probably going to say Titans as well, but maybe I'll be a contrarian and go Colts.
Tough one.
Colts.
Interdivision, it's just tough.
Colts cover.
Yeah.
Keep it within like 3. Saints, Pats. Pats getting -3. I'm going Pats.
I might go Pats, too.
I think we saw the true form of the Saints last week.
Yeah.
Falcons, Giants. Giants getting -3. That's Giants time, baby.
Giants time. Falcons are one of the worst teams in the league.
Yes, correct.
I don't care what you say about the Bucs game and how they came back. Like, it was the Bucs were like, all right, we're chilling, we're up 30, and then Falcons were like, we'll score a couple touchdowns, and then Tom Brady's like, okay,
That's cute, bud.
hold my beer, bitch.
Dolphins, Raiders. Dolphins getting +4. Raiders. Easy, right?
Raiders.
Jets, Broncos. Broncos getting -10.5. I'm going Jets.
I might go. Yeah. They got to have. I mean, they can't play worse than what they did last week. So.
I can't imagine, right?
Zach Wilson is not that bad.
Bucks, Rams. The game of the week for sure.
Bucks
getting +1.5 for the Rams.
Yeah, and Bucks started as the underdogs in this one and then moved to the Bucks.
Yep.
Which scares me. That line movement really scares me because I was on Bucks as underdogs and now as Bucks as favorites. I'm like, hey.
I think I still like the Bucks.
I think so too. And I was thinking about this last night, and I'm like, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to word it on the show because I actually did think about this for a while. Probably the best 2 offenses in the league. Titans you could throw in there too.
Chiefs maybe.
Chiefs, yeah, okay, sorry. One of so.
Yeah, no, I agree though.
And
up there.
And the Rams' offense is efficient, very efficient
sure.
offense. But there's a difference between an efficient offense and a fluent offense.
That is a good one.
The Rams' offense is efficient. Matt Stafford gets out there. They might punt sometimes. They might move it down the field, get the field goal, get the touchdown. A very efficient offense. It moves. The Bucs' offense is fluent. It just flows. It is not. There's just no obstacles for them to get around. It's Tom Brady takes the field and goes, hey, guys, we need to score a touchdown this drive. They're going to score a touchdown.
If they have the ball with time on the clock and they're within 1 score, they will win the game.
They will win the game. The offense, and I hope that people understand when I say between efficient and fluent. Like, one offense is efficient. They move down the field. They get the field goals. They get the touchdowns. Occasionally, like most of the time, very good offense. And the other one is just like watching art in front of you because it just doesn't stop.
I think that's
moving.
that's a great
It doesn't
way of
stop moving forward. And I'd even say the same thing about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs damn near fluent, but they run into their.
I think maybe 2 years ago they were at that fluent level.
At that fluent level, but I don't see it this year, and I think it's just like, hey, elite, efficient offenses from the Rams, the Chiefs, Titans. We haven't seen it yet, but we know it's there. We know they're ready for it. But then you just take that extra step with Tom Brady in that offense, and it's like, how the fuck do you stop that? Like, how? You can't.
You can't.
And I understand the reasoning to want the Rams here. Probably a little bit better of a defense than the Bucs as of right now. The Bucs secondary is, Isaac, I think you called it. Bucs secondary is good, and they're only getting better. Every single game that defense gets better and better and better, as we saw last year. I gotta go Bucs. I gotta go Bucs. They're just the best. They're the best team. They're the best team, and I don't think it's close.
Good.
What'd you say?
He said it's not good.
Oh, he said it's not good? But they get better and better as the season goes on.
Yeah, it was similar to last year.
Yeah.
Obviously
Never bet against Brady. Yeah.
That one gets some love because that's the game of the week. We all
Yeah.
know
Oh,
it.
yeah. If you're not watching that game, you're not a football fan.
You're a big stooge and an idiot.
What else we got, though?
At
I'm
the
going
same-
Bucks, by the way, on that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
me
you
too,
are.
me
Okay.
too.
At the same time, Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks getting -2. I kind of like the Vikings.
Yeah. And that's the scary part.
I know you didn't want to say it, so I was going to say it first.
I know. And hey, the Vikings are an absolute must-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go 0-3, especially when the Packers are probably going 2-1 after this week. We can maybe. I just saw who they were. I forgot.
Yeah.
Vikings have to win. Also, there's a little part of me that kind of wants the Vikings to lose so that Mike Zimmer gets fired. Just a little bit. Because if he goes 0-3 with this team after what we should be this season, and I don't know how he has dodged it for this long, because everyone puts the blame on Kirk. Everyone puts the blame on the defense. Can we look at who is actually causing this freaking problem? And it's Mike Zimmer. This dude is a fucking stooge and has been. He's barely won any playoff games in his career. He's never even come close to a Super Bowl. Why are we still trusting this guy? Why? He's clearly not the coach we need. I don't know who else we take, but it's not Mike Zimmer. And so there's a little part of me that's like, ooh, if the Vikings lose, Mike Zimmer's going to be very much on a hot seat because he can't keep dodging this. He's been dodging it for years. And he just kind of deflects it on Kirk Cousins, even though the only reason we have Kirk Cousins is because of freaking Mike Zimmer, because he wanted him so bad.
Still, I think it is
a good move.
It is a good move.
Wow. That's a stat. That's a stat. I feel like Russell Wilson's 8-0 against everybody.
I don't know what to do.
Crazy.
Yeah, he just beats everyone. But
before, just on a side note, before we get to the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Let's say Zimmer's gone, right?
Yeah.
You have your interim, whatever. Next season. Would you rather have a head coach that you know their name or you've never heard of them before in your life?
Never heard of them before.
Me too. I'm glad we're on the same page there.
I don't
Get
want
me off the
some
stupid coaching carousel.
I don't want some other coach that failed somewhere else. Give me a college coach for the Vikings. Give me some up-and-coming college coach. Something has to change there. Like something. We can't keep doing what we've been doing. It doesn't work. But enough about the Vikings.
I like that. I agree with that. And the last game, the Packers, 49ers. Packers getting +3.
Packers.
Me too. I want that money line at +150.
I want that money line.
Well, that's it. See, that's a good little overview.
That was good.
Wet the is that called? Wet the whistle.
Yeah, that is what it's called.
Moisten
more
the
like
palate.
Jeff Fisher to Minnesota. Yeah. Also,
if you guys hired Jeff Fisher,
it would be. That's literally what, dude. Jeff Fisher and Mike Zimmer are no different.
Jeff Fisher's the worst, dude.
They're no different. They probably have the exact same amount of playoff wins. They probably have the exact same trusted for no reason.
Hey, let's look at this. I'm
telling you, I don't understand how people can think that Mike Zimmer is a good coach. It doesn't make any sense to me. It makes 0 sense. It's not true. Like, why are we still thinking that Mike Zimmer is a good coach?
Jeff Fisher does hold the record for the most regular season losses by an NFL head coach. However,
okay, but he's also a coach in a lot more games.
Right. To get the record to have the most losses, it's like
that's like Shaq. That's like Shaq.
Yeah, or like when you look at the quarterbacks with the most career losses. It's never the worst quarterbacks because they only play for 2 seasons.
Yeah, people seem to forget that Shaq is the league or the all-time leader in free throws made, even though he shot at like a 40% clip. It's kind of the same thing here.
Now, wow, he's coached for the Oilers. I forgot.
At least we could get Bill O'Brien. Okay, hang on. Before we go anymore, I thought about this last night. I do know why, because the Texans were playing. Tell me why the Vikings wouldn't trade for Deshaun Watson. You have Kirk Cousins.
Because they don't want Houston won't trade him.
They won't trade him for the wrong price.
You can't.
But
pay
if you're
the
getting,
price. Have you seen what they've been paying and people have offered?
I'm just saying, like. It's because, and partially I think is because they don't want to get a stupid QB in return. Kirk Cousins is not a bad QB.
No,
Kirk
yeah,
Cousins
you
would be
have
fine
to
on
make
the
sure
Texans.
you're getting an upgrade.
And the Vikings have the picks to give. And
Really?
we have,
They do?
And we have the base that we need where we don't need the picks. We have most of our defense under contract. All of our offense is mostly under contract. We probably have to free up some money at somewhere and change some contracts around for some signing bonuses and stuff. But tell me why the Vikings shouldn't trade for Deshaun Watson. And hey, I am more of a Kirk fan than most people out there. I think that he gets, Cam says, Cousins is the best mediocre QB out there. I agree. He's not the reason that we lose games. Kirk has very, very, very rarely been the reason that we lose games. Kirk normally puts us in a position to win games. And then our defense just kind of folds or something stupid happens or Dalvin fumbles when he's clearly on the fucking ground or something. But I'm pretty much under the impression as a Vikings fan that Kirk is not the problem. However, if Deshaun Watson is sitting there and we can get rid of Kirk and a couple first-rounders and whatever else they need over there, pull the trigger. Because if we have Deshaun Watson for 5 years, holy shit, Vikings are a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is actually it's very close actually.
Mike Zimmer and Jeff Fisher?
Mike Zimmer absolutely gets the edge.
Okay.
Just because it's shorter time and he basically has as many winning seasons.
He's had a better team.
Sure.
Vikings aren't a bad team. Jeff Fisher had some duds in there.
Yeah, but he coached for like 22 years. So at some point.
How many playoff wins do they each have?
So here's the playoff record. Jeff Fisher is 5-6 in the playoffs for a percentage of .455.
Yep.
Mike Zimmer is 2-3 in the playoffs for a percentage of .400 even.
So he's only had 5 playoff games.
Yes.
His whole coaching career.
Yes.
So stupid.
Now the thing is, when you lose a playoff game,
one of those was a Minneapolis Miracle win too.
Yeah.
That was one of his wins.
Yeah. It's important to remember. You have to win the playoff game to get another playoff game.
Yeah.
So once it's like, I don't know. The playoff records are always something you have to kind of dig around in. But it's also, career regular season record, Zimmer is 64-47-1. Fisher is 173-165-1. That's for his percentage of .512. Zimmer's is .5676.
See, it's not that far away.
But you look at this.
You give the edge to Zimmer.
Zimmer has an 11-win season, a 13-win season, and a 10-win season over 7 seasons.
Yeah.
Right? Jeff Fisher has a 13, 13, 11, 12, 10, and 13 over 22 seasons. He has 5 of those. Okay. Dude, wait. Okay. 1995, 7-9. 1996, 8-8. 1997, 8-8. 1998, 8-8. Then a little break of being good. 2001, 7-9. Little break of being good, then being really bad. But I'm talking about the 8-8, 7-9 Jeff Fisher effect.
Yeah.
Get to 2006, 8-8. 2009, 8-8. 2010, no. But 2000. Oh, I guess he didn't coach. Oh, yeah, he didn't coach in 2011. 2012, 7-8-1. 2013, 7-9. 2014, 6-10. 2015, 7-9.
Just the most mediocre coach of all time.
Insane. Not to mention like a little 5-11. And then he did have, those late 90s, early 2000s. Titans had some winning seasons towards the end of his Titans tenure. Never got it going with the Rams. So he has a fascinating career long to look at for sure.
I just don't understand how no one has pointed out that Mike Zimmer is clearly the problem. It's clearly the problem. If you watch our play calls and you just watch the shit that happens to the Vikings, they're like, that's just terrible coaching. That's just awful, awful coaching. No discipline on the team. Week 1, we were like the most penalized team of all time. I think we broke a record of some kind.
Yes, that was it since 2006, I think.
That's completely on coaching. You did not prepare your players to be disciplined.
Zimmer is tied with Nagy for the most likely to be fired first this season.
And he wasn't at the beginning. Someone at I think it was Braxton said, "Who do we like as getting fired?"
I said Zimmer.
I said Zimmer too. I said absolutely Mike Zimmer. I think Cliff Kingsbury was the first one, and I was like, "How the fuck?" No. He was number 1 at the beginning of the season.
Are you sure?
Yep, absolutely 1,000%.
When was this written? September 9th. Okay, so it was earlier.
And then Kyler Murray decided to be G, and I don't understand.
Well, Cliff Kingsbury is a plus 1,400 here. He is on the list.
Yeah, he was almost damn near. I'm pretty sure he was damn near number 1, right next to Motor City Dan Campbell.
Let's see if I can find an old one.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer.
June 8th. This might be the one we looked at.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it is different. Let's see. That's an interesting little thing. Shut up. You're right. Zim was way lower.
Plus 1,100.
Mike McCarthy was at the top.
And Cliff Kingsbury and Mike Zimmer were tied.
All right, wait. Yeah, but Cliff Kingsbury's did not actually change.
Really?
Yeah, I think he went from like
For some
12
reason, I
to
thought it was
like
higher than what it was.
This is actually a really cool comparison.
Yeah.
I never even thought of would be how the odds change for first coach to be fired.
What is Zimmer at now?
Zimmer is at +7 now,
I might
tied
take
with Nagy for first. Okay.
But Nagy, it's not his fault. Is it?
He's made some bonehead decisions.
I understand. You got no line, and now you're playing a backup QB.
I think more so in past seasons.
Okay, that's fair.
I think the Mitch situation was I think that was.
Is that on him?
Absolutely.
Is it? Okay.
Absolutely. I think that was like, I don't know. That was pretty bad. I really do.
I mean, I
feel
think
bad
that's the
for
whole
Mitch
organization
Trubisky,
to be
man.
doing
It's
that.
obviously, but
You're drafting a QB who's had 9 college starts. Like, what did you fucking expect?
well, I think it was more. It wasn't even getting him. I think it was the way they got rid of him.
Yeah, that is true. But at one
He
point,
he comes off
cut
a
your
playoff
losses,
season,
like, get out.
Comes off of looking very good, then immediately get Foles, make it a quarterback competition.
Yeah.
Then take him out, start switching him. Then he never
no
has the chance
consistency,
to get
no
the traction
yeah.
to get back to where he was. He's one of those guys that he obviously was never going to be like an all-star.
Yeah, he was not going to be
not
the
an
guy.
all-pro guy.
Yeah.
But could have very easily been a Pro Bowl caliber player, I think, for the Bears for at least a few seasons.
Wait, he did make a Pro Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, the one season he was like
Which
able
again,
to play.
Teddy
the whole
Bridgewater made the Pro Bowl with 18 touchdowns and like 15 interceptions.
Yeah, but Mitch had a better season.
No,
than
that's what I'm saying. Like, probably had a better season than him. But Pro Bowl don't mean much to me for QBs.
It's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's just as a level of
just
not quite all pro, but better than most of them.
Yeah, above mediocre.
Yes, that year was 2018. Was Pro Bowl year. He was 11-3. Did throw for 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, to 12 interceptions. Like, that's just a good year. It's a good year.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the first coach fired thing. I love this. This is so cool.
I would be telling people to put their money on Mike Zimmer at +700. I think he is the first one gone.
So
If we lose another game in a row, the talk will be Mike Zimmer. Is he going to be gone?
So Mike Zimmer seems to be the biggest change. He went from the 5th favorite at +1,100 to tied for first at +700. Matt Nagy also jumped up. He was the 3rd favorite at +850. Moved up to tied with Mikey. Let's see.
And
Mike McCarthy was the favorite on June 6th
That is
at
kinda
+750.
I would-
Now Mike McCarthy is not on the list.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think.
Well, because they were doggy-doo last year. And people forgot that Dak and Zeke are both really good and had just one off season where Dak died.
Yeah. Also, for some added incentive on why to take Mike Zimmer over Matt Nagy next week, not even this week. So
I'm sorry,
if
McCarthy is on the list. He's at +1200.
Okay. So this week, Vikings have a very good chance of losing. So do the Bears. If both
Bears.
lose, obviously both head coaches will be on the hot spot. Except that the week after, Bears got Lions. Should beat them.
Yeah.
Should beat them. Week 4, Vikings have the Cleveland Browns. If the Vikings go 0-4, there's no way Mike Zimmer keeps his job.
Do you think?
There's no way. How?
I mean,
This is one of his best teams.
I know. It's just been a tough front end. And they have looked competitive.
They have looked competitive,
It's
but
tough.
they're
I know.
losing
it's-
games.
I-
They're
I'm-
losing
I'm a-
games.
I know it's just it's a tough call to make in that.
I mean, we
exact-
have
'cause
lost.
you-
We have lost on an OT fumble that wasn't. I didn't think was a fumble. No, I'm biased, so I didn't.
I don't know.
And then a missed field goal from 37 yards. So like,
You know, it's hard to pin it on him, and especially because more likely than not, whoever your interim head coach is probably gonna
not be as good.
not be great for that second half
Yeah.
of the season where you can rack up the wins. It's a weird situation.
But then again,
I'm glad we're not.
Kevin
in it.
Stefanski was
We'll
our
just be
offensive
bad
coordinator, and
keeping
we're like, oh no, we don't want to make you a head coach. You can go be a head coach somewhere else and do really well over there.
And he did do really well over there. Everyone hated that hire too.
I thought it was a bad hire. because
Everyone
I didn't
hated
like Kevin Stefanski as my offensive
Nah,
coordinator.
everybody
I thought he was a stupid play caller. I thought he didn't use Dalvin Cook.
He's
Right?
still
And
here.
boy, was I wrong.
Oh wow, a lot of people's in here.
Zeke is
shout
going
out to the 10.
Yeah.
They're still
12?
rocking with us.
12
Getting
now?
through. Wow,
Oh,
and went
well,
up.
that's fine.
Quick
Zeke is going to
shout-out.
lose his job to Pollard sooner or later. Yes, he is.
I agree.
Honestly,
He looks
they should
great.
have a shotgun every single play.
Yeah.
With Zeke on the left and Pollard on the right, and Pollard is your talented skill back, and Zeke blocks for you. Dak will never get touched because Zeke can just pick up someone by their throat and slam them on the ground because he's one of the best blocking running backs I've ever seen. Now, the most overpaid blocking running back I've ever seen, but he's still doing his job very well. And then get Tony on the outskirts, dump it off to him, let him run. Dude's quick as shit, very talented, very elusive, very agile. Basically everything that Zeke isn't. And Zeke's the power back. Like, if you got a 3rd and 1, absolutely let Zeke lower his shoulder and get through that line. But otherwise, you should be using Tony and using Zeke as a blocking back. That's just the way it is right now. With that,
Quick trivia for
okay,
shout
the
out
fellas.
from us right now.
Yeah.
Does anyone know who this man is?
I don't. Wait. Isn't that Foles' number?
No.
It wasn't. What was Foles?
Think of it. He was 9.
Oh, that was
A
nice.
true legend at quarterback for the Eagles.
That's Sam.
Kind of taken out of a bad situation.
Bad Sam.
You know, he a lot of questions about the guy. Number 7 for the Birds.
Sam.
Sorry, Cam, you fell into my trap. Isaac's right.
It's Sammy Sleeves.
Sammy's
Shout out,
sleeves.
Isaac. Congrats, you win a shout out and 3 claps.
That's funny. Vic was a good. I didn't even think about Vic.
I know,
honestly.
that's the one I was trying to get the bite on Vic. I used to have me and my good buddy Vince
You're
traded.
friends with Michael.
Yeah, my good buddy Vic. No, my good buddy Vince. He had a nice Vic jersey, and I had this one. We traded for a bit, but he actually gave us back to me recently.
Nice.
It's nice though.
I like it.
Nike. It was it was literally well, funniest jersey purchase of all time. It was $19. He was still on the team. He was still the starting
That's so
quarterback.
Can't believe it. Yeah. All right, Isaac, chill out.
Cam, I know Vic and Djax. That's still my favorite offense I've ever seen. However, I was also at Deshaun Jackson's first game back in Philly when he played for Washington, and I was sitting in the end zone. He scored the touchdown in, and he came in doing this. And I was like, I love you, but I hate you.
I think I watched that game.
That was brutal.
Did
that
I
was
watch that game at your
brutal.
house? No, I watched.
No,
it
that was
different. I
like
watched it different,
that was
the
like
year after.
2015.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a while back.
Because I watched Deshaun Jackson rip you guys apart. At
Yeah,
your
he
house.
did it a lot. He did
That
it
was
a lot.
when fucking Dylan almost punched a hole through the wall.
Dude, yeah, we were lucky that
So,
door was like
We are.
rock solid.
I'm over at Sean's place. What?
That would have been like 2000.
3 years ago now?
Nah, yeah.
That's 3 years ago now, or 2 years?
No,
ago?
like 2 football seasons.
Two football
ago.
seasons ago.
Top 10 biggest sleeves.
Yeah. Two
Actually,
football
top
seasons
1.
ago? Anyways,
Top 2, and he's not.
I'm over at Sean's place when we didn't live together, because actually Sean's roommate was my friend at the time, and then me and Sean just became really.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm over at Sean's place. It is Redskins at the time versus Eagles. It is a very pivotal game, and
Let's see.
it's
Let's
one of the
try to find what game it
openers.
was.
And Deshaun Jackson is just ripping the Eagles apart, just gone every single time. And it comes down to a catch. It wasn't Nelson. Who was it? It was someone else. Literally wide open. It was Nelson down the sideline, I think, actually. And then it was a last-second bomb to someone in the end zone. It went right through his hands. And I'm telling you, I have never seen anger like this before off of an NFL loss. I'm sitting there going, holy shit, I can't believe he just dropped that. That would have been the game. Like, they would have won the game. Sean is just kind of in disbelief sitting on the couch like, a fucking again kind of thing. Like, really?
I'm a quiet fan.
Yeah. Sean's just kind of sitting there like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. The other friend that we have,
He's not a quiet fan.
he's not a quiet
He's not
fan,
a quiet man.
stands up, just stomps out of the room, goes upstairs, and we hear, just catch the fucking ball!
No,
Wham!
no, because at the bottom of the stairs was our front door.
Yes.
And it was like a hard, like metal, like this was a very old row home in North Philly, and he just
punches the absolute living door out of it. And again, this is like metal. Like if it was a wood door, he would have gone through.
Oh, it easily would have gone through it. Like full on unleashed on this door, stomps upstairs, screams.
For weeks later,
Just-
bro, my head hurts so bad.
Just catch the fucking ball. Slams his door. I was like, me and Sean kind of look at each other and like try not to laugh.
It's like when you're a
of the
kid and you hear
situation.
your parents fighting and you're like,
Oh, but at the same time, like what just happened, and he's still in disbelief. I'm still in disbelief, but I just kind of let like a little giggle because I'm like, like, whoa. Didn't see him for the rest of the day.
No.
He was gone. He was gone for the rest of the day. Didn't come back downstairs. Eagles fans. God, I love them. Gotta love them. Anyways, fellas, it is almost 1 o'clock. We are well due over our time. We appreciate all the love this week. We are officially at 131 subscribers. Me and Sean did a count. In 14 days, we have gained 36 subscribers.
that's insane. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's a 2.5 a day. That's unbelievable. Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you
I think we shouted 126 out last show. So shout out 127, 128, 129, 130, and 131. You know who you are.
Yeah.
I don't, but you do.
The viewership, the love this week. I know that we've been on fire, so that has something to do with it. But the fellas have been showing up, coming through, showing the love. We appreciate all of you. We will continue to do this. Do not forget Sunday NFL kickoff show. Do not forget we'll be back in 2 days. Don't have to wait till Monday. And then, of course, the fellas show resumes on Monday as normal. But don't forget kickoff, NFL kickoff Sunday. We'll probably be on here at about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss. We'll be going through all the parlays, all the same game parlays. We'll hit something again.
Probably have the lucky leprechaun on.
Yeah, we'll be rubbing the good old anchor a few times. We'll have Suck My Take on here, giving us his takes. So again, thank you so much for the support and love this week on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, on the YouTube show, on everything. We really appreciate it. Glad we can help people's bankrolls, but glad we can help people make some money as well as ourselves some money. Because boy, it's been one hell of a good week. Been one hell of a week.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going today. Got a full slate out there. Got the post-it notes are filled. Don't forget about Wnba Playoffs on Sunday. We'll touch upon that again on Sunday when we get some lines out there. But fellas, have a great weekend. We will see you on Sunday's show. Have a great Friday. Have a great Saturday. Win some money. Post those winning tickets. Love to see them. Make people jealous. Just love to see it. Fellas, take care this weekend. Have a good one. Make some money. Have some fun. And we'll see you on Sunday or Monday. Boo.
I got an ad.
Boo.
I want the boy to play us out. Shout out Harmonica Rat.
Oh, boo.
Boo, boo, boo. Wait, no, I promise. One more chance.
All right, that's all. Thank you, fellas.
Have a good
Have
one.
a great
fellas.
rest of your day.
Love you, fellas.
Love you, fellas.